GM Grand Rising, bro. What a rainy vibe of a day in the Alcalso holiday. All these magical things percolating as we speak. One second, bro. I'm trying to figure this out. Boom, okay. There we go. Come up here, kick it with your boy. Give me your sentiment. What did I miss last night? All these things as I kind of get into the show here. I'm ready to win. I don't know where you're at, bro. I don't know where your mindset or mentality is. I don't know if this cycle has worn you out or you just got here, and that's no shade to you. I know my journey. I know a lot of my friends' story, their lore, all these things, right? But maybe not yours yet. If you stick around here, I will. I think you came here to change your life. I don't think you came here for the rah-rah, nonsense, whimsical, smoke and mirror, fairy tale bullshit. Maybe I'm wrong. Some people got lost in the sauce of community. Bro, you came here to win, didn't you? I'm out here trying to take profit responsibly. Talk about projects I think resonate and matter. Tangible. Real shit. I'm not trying to sell you anything frivolous or I think could wreck you or destroy you. Anytime a dev hit me up in the DM, I pressed these people, tried to know who they were, what they were trying to do, what they've done before. I've said no so many times out here. I've turned down aloe. I could have bought 2 goddamn houses by now. But I'm fine with my journey, bro. Yet there's massive hate my way all the time. I see it. I laugh at this shit. I'm not responsible for the version of Alchemist you have in your head. Just how I'm moving out here every day, bro. How I carry myself, the father I am, the man I am, the dude I am out here, the friend, etc., etc. You fuck around me, I'll press you, I'll investigate you. Don't get it twisted, but I'm here for my friends to win. I'll give you flowers, I'll big you up, I'll prop up what you're doing, and motherfuckers know this, they've seen it. This is how I live my life. I'm a stand-up guy. Shout out my grandpa, bro. So we're here trying to cultivate energy and vibes on the daily for no reason at all, but we love this. I live this life with you. I can promise you that. I'm in the trenches with you. I'm in the mud. I've had to come up with you. I've seen your wins. I've had them. I've had my losses alongside you. We've done this, my crypto brethren. La familiar out here. I fuck with you more than you know. When you going through it, bro, I'll hit you up like you good. I want to see people winning here at their best frequency, vibrations. Yeah, Alchemist, it tears people down, trying to build that guy. They don't talk about these moments, though. And I just want to see you prosper and win, flourish, bro. Become a better version of yourself for you and yours. That's what we're here for, right? We all have trials and tribulations, growing pains. We have crash outs. We have these moments. But at the end of the day, here we are yet again. Now you can scan any day on my page for some time now and pull up any morning show where I came out here and I gave you everything that I had. Then I went about my day, bro, to recharge and come back out here later. And I see a lot of you. I recognize you. I see you out here grinding, doing things for you and yours, bro, and I'm rooting for you. I'm climbing a mountain, but I'm dropping all kinds of ropes. I'm putting anchors into the rocks. I'm leaving blueprints. I'm got glow sticks out, bro. I want you to make it. And some of these people are cutting ropes. They're giving you maps that lead to fucking disaster. Because they think they can be the only ones on top of this mountain. They don't realize there's food and bad bitches and waterfalls and all kinds of shit for a lot of people up there, bro. They don't want you up there. I don't get to say those names because you know who they are. They feed you bullshit. Poison out here. I see people wrecked around these people. They don't come back, man. These people do not come back. They got wrecked. They didn't leave any meat on the bone, bruh. My boy Easy will say. They finessed you. They bamboozled you. They ShamWowed you. They tricked you. And now your coins are in their wallet, bro, and they could give a fuck about you. I can promise they're not looking back. They're not losing sleep about you. They're ready to finesse the room on the next cook, and it's coming, and they're spinning the block, and I can't help you if you don't know what I'm talking about, but soon you will. If you're around these guys, may God have mercy on your wallet and your soul. So let's vibe out. Smash some buttons for your boy. Blow up my YouTube for no reason, but I'm out here grinding like a motherfucker. For y'all. For you and I'm out here. No sponsor. No pay. 'Cause I don't need that shit. Imagine that. These dudes getting cash apped $120 to show you a subpar meme. Then rug the show 2 hours later. Not Alk. Miss me with that shit, bro. Anyways, here we are. Might be a rainy morning, but I don't give a fuck. I'ma put crypto on my back with my friends like we always do. Whether this is a quick monologue and then I'm out, or we're out here for hours on end, I never know when I fire these things up, but I know I'm ready to vibe out. Chop it up. Talk shop with the boys. The crypto baddies. For some reason this show works. Maybe because I'm here every day. Not sure. But I can tell you we out here. We're an army of real people. There's money in this room, but they won't talk about that. There's real people in this room. We've seen battles won and lost in this very room, bro. Alpha shared to you that could have changed your life. It's that simple. You just show up. 90% of winning is showing up, and they won't tell you that. Simplify it. Don't overcomplicate it. I don't have 8 monitors up, 10 quants. I don't have any of these things. I have won tremendously here by standing on business, thinking for my goddamn self, going against the popular narrative and the grain out here. And I love you. I want to see you flourish. I want to see you make it. And I will not bring you up if you do not retweet the room, and I don't know who you are. But I'm in the middle of a goddamn monologue, and I'm not going to shut it down for nobody that I don't know. And that's what we're doing out here collectively on the daily. And you try to stop that. You try to stop a motherfucker that can't be stopped. And I know a lot of you move this way. That's why I fuck with you. I would put this group of people, my friends, my peers, my brethren, against anybody on this app. Underdogs, underrated. David and Goliath, bro. Fuck that LA Vape Cabal. Washed, zero motion, sellouts. Fuck the little David Cabal. These dudes are fucking morons out here, bumbling idiots. Criminals, leaving their wallet on the fucking counter of the store they just robbed. It's comical at this point. I laugh at you, bro. Be careful. Degen responsibly out here. Can't save you. Can't knock that phone out of your hand when you're ready to make a bad trade, but man, I can laugh at you. Me and my friends will laugh at you. I can't prevent you from crash outs out here. Grown men are gonna say what they want at any given time, as will Alk. But you see a kinder, more positive Alk, but don't fuck around, dude. Don't get it twisted. The real ones know, dude. I'm seconds away from a crash out at any moment, dude. I'm like a Jedi. I'm the monk on the mountain in the snow with the ice beard. If you fuck around, bro, you will find out. Anyways, here we are. It is a holiday here in America, and I know today, check on Little Doc. He is going through it. It's Christopher Columbus Day. Expect some kind of indigenous coin or something crazy. Or maybe he just won't be here. I love this guy. Columbus Day gets him going, bro. For me, it's just a day off. My kid from school, we're hanging out, we're vibing. We don't make any kind of Columbus pie. I'm I'm not wearing the outfit, dude. We're not hunting Indians and Native Americans here. It's just a vibe, dude. Relax. Just chill out, bro. Your BMI's looking crazy lately, dude. God damn. This dude's getting big. Anyways, I'm gonna try to bring up some homies. I see Maxie lurking. She said she'd come up. We'll see if she lied to me. See Crumpet on deck. Last night was a funny show. There were some moments where Easy kind of lost his cool. I was wondering how long it would take him to come for IMF's throat, and 2 seconds later, he came for IMF's throat. He's haunting you, mockers. Better watch your ass. I can't stop this guy. Everyone knows if they ask me, Alk, say something. Alk, stop him. It's like jumping in front of a moving train. Trying to stop a fucking rocket. Dude, it's like, put a rope around this rocket Elon's trying to launch, Alk, and I'm holding a rope by myself. They're like, stop it! And then boom, I'm in space just with the rope. Thanks, guys. That's what you do to me out here. I love Easy, by the way. I can't control when he yells. He'll just say, shut the fuck up! He did that to me once on a dock space about cheese and shit. I said a joke. There's a clip of it. He said, shut the fuck up, and I laughed, dude, instantly. Like, I can't even be mad at this dude. When he says that, it's so quick. It's like a whip crack, dude. He's hunting you moggers down. One by one. 1% health rate, dude. GG's. He's haunting you. Ghost, he's on your ass too, bro. He said you were broke. I think I believe him. You broke fuck. Can't have these broke people around me. It's messing on my image out here. Omakase was right. If I have midwits on my stage, I'll never have 80,000 followers. He said this to me, dude, one day. I'll never forget it. Never forget that, Omakase. You were right. This dude said we were in the bear market right before we had the biggest generational run with Bitcoin you could ever imagine, dude. We were at 24K. And he said, we're in a bear market, Alk. You're retarded. I said, I think we're starting a bull. You're retarded, Alk. Go back to you playing your music. Swear to God. You're an idiot, Alk. This is clearly a trap. And then we tore, dude, and I kept atting him. And I was like, what happened, bro? And he just disappeared on the run or something. He's in like the Galapagos Islands right now, living under a coconut tree, dude. Don't fade me, bro. This dude missed the biggest generational run of Bitcoin we've seen in some time. This know-it-all dev. Now he's on the run. Damn you, Omakase! Think I forgot about you. Nah, bro. It's not how my brain works. I'll spin the block on you randomly and pull your card for no reason at all. Anyways, here we are. Last night was a banger. These are all jokes. Of course I love Easy. I actually like when he goes on these rants and stuff. I think he said he was going to put hot steel in someone again last night and watch their eyes roll back into their head. And I was like, oh my God, I ended the stream. I was like, I have the button there at any time. It's about 2 seconds for me, bro. Pow. I won't even second guess it. Once I heard the eyes thing, I said, nah, we out. It was like, I put up a little thing on the screen like, what do they do on TV? It's like fucking standby. Little standby.
What was that when you sent the snorkels thing? Like white Iran or something?
Oh, that was a gem too.
Savage, bro.
That was a gem. Blow up the whole thing.
Yeah, snorkels a kid, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I had to say, whoa. There's some good.
Yeah, I don't understand most things he says. I like him, but like most of the shit he says, I don't agree with.
I love Easy. I love a lot of you guys, but
Yeah,
it's
I
true,
like Easy.
right? I say crazy things.
I don't co-sign
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
Like the whole Muslim thing and Mohammed's a pedo and bro, I don't co-sign none of that, bro.
That-
That's me as a person.
Listen, no.
I don't even really know about that stuff, like the Muhammad stuff.
Yeah,
So
but I
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
sicky, innit? You know what I mean?
Politics too. When I talk about these things, I end up making half my room upset. My friends are angry. I try not to do it. Although sometimes I will say something like that's going on in the world.
Hey, yo, the GIF conversation was just killing me yesterday, bro. Fucking GIF. We said 0 words to each other, just GIFs.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
It fucking killed me. I was dying, bro.
Yeah, Cax is a lead DMer. I don't really DM, dude. I'll be honest. I don't really DM with people. Like, I gotta fuck with you to DM with you. And I usually just ignore them. No offense. I get a bunch of weird ones and spams. So they, like, get tossed down quick, too. But, yeah, he's funny. See, the thing was, it's like you can tell... I don't know. When you're around the same people all the time, you understand their nuances and you know what's about to happen. And people, with me, I'm sure, with my tone, things I say, you know, okay, Alk's pretty chill. Maybe Alk is ready to say something crazy, right? And you can tell when someone was sprung, and you could feel that tension. You know, you could feel that tension.
It was funny, bro. 1 minute it was like, yeah, I sold Astor at the top. Next minute it's like, yeah, I'm in Astor. It's like, yo, bro, I can't follow this conversation, bro. Like, what is going on?
I don't know. I don't know if I even know that part. I was editing and shit last night too. When it got late, but yeah, I love this place. It's fun. There's a bunch of different Yeah, it's a bunch of different personalities going on. There's all kinds of dynamics there, and I just try to kind of give a commentary and
Bro,
kind
I thought Pepe Sushi was gonna get it at one point, bro. I thought, yo, we're going off on Pepe Sushi.
100%. I don't know what IMF guys are getting easy going, but
Bro, I think he must. I don't know.
he's hunting.
Like,
He's
I
hunting.
got no clue. Because I think I like must have. I don't know. I left my phone, went to go do something for like half an hour, and I came back and he was like still talking about IMF. I was like, bro, IMF dead shit in the water, bro. Like fucking, it's the shit fucking coin, the shit project. Like everyone's over it. Let's get over it.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like it had a shot at first. Then when I talked to Wolf that day, I was kind of like, oh man, that seems not great. Some of the stuff, but again, who am I to really say anything? So people can take what I say and don't even listen to me, really. And then it's like I got into a back and forth with a few bros out here. But I haven't really heard anything since about it, to be honest with you. So I haven't really looked into it or anything.
Yeah, I think it's done.
That's shitty. But I mean, that's also the game. You know?
You get right and you get wrong.
Yeah.
That's how the game goes.
No, this is
no
true.
one has 100% hit rate.
This is true. And big ups for saying that out loud.
Yeah, of course.
No, I'm serious. Because some people, I don't know, they go quiet in those moments. And I think, who cares? I mean, I'd rather people be like, yo, dude, I believed in it. And I don't know what's going on with it. Right?
My thesis was I thought they would crime it up, but looking at it now, it's like, bro, it looks like dog shit. And
it looks like Astor took the steam out of everything, but including maybe newer things. Yeah.
I think a lot of things struggled after Astor, because like my whole timeline, I don't know if it's my algorithm, but everything is just Astor, odd few Pepe memes, Nog, but then Astor, BNB memes are like all over the shop. Like BNB runners are just like every day there's like a 50 million, 30 million, 20 million market cap. Like there's just different runners every fucking day. So I feel like that's kind of taken the steam out of it. Like bro, this long thing yesterday, like.
So you think it's more than a fad? It might stick around? Because I've been watching, to kind of curious. Yeah.
I don't know, bro. I feel like DGens will. Like Solana Foundation could crime a meme coin tomorrow to like fucking 200 million. Everyone will go back to Solana. Or I don't know if Avalanche fucking Foundation crime something on Avalanche. Everyone will go to Avalanche. Like DGen's been a DGen, isn't it? Like people are gonna gamble because deep down, like everyone here, we have a bit of a gambling problem, innit? Like, let's face it. You know what I mean? Everyone's a bit of a gambler at heart. So yeah, I feel like it just moves so quick. Like right now, shit just moves super quick. So it's kind of crazy. Because Solana memes are dead right now. Like Solana's not had any runners. Where like BNB, there's been like a 20 million runner every single fucking day. Sometimes even higher. Do you know what I mean?
The only runner like that on Solana, or even in comparison, it was 8, and 8 went to like 10 mil. But after that, it's like nothing has
but then, bro,
barely touched a mil.
Look at the BNB equivalent of Solana's 8. BNB's equivalent is 4, and that's at fucking 200 million right now. So it's like Solana can't compete, bro. They literally can't compete. It's like this long thing yesterday. It was literally at 30k, fucking 7 o'clock, and when I was going to sleep, it was like 20 mil. And you're like, bro, what the fuck? How is this shit at 20 million? Like, this was 30k like 2 hours ago. So I just feel like BNB's hot at the minute, but obviously shit will change. People will go to Solana.
There's fads, yeah, but you remember Sol? When Sol started, people weren't really sure when people were kind of messing around on there. People weren't sure what to make of it at first. I know you had jumped over there right away.
I think I did, I was on it.
So I remember that. But I think people hesitated at first to see, okay, will this stick? And then you see it did for some time. So I'm kind of curious. It seems like we're at that point.
Like, if you were here like 2021, then you know like BNB season, we've not had anything like BNB season 2021. Not even Solana compared to that. Like BNB 21 season was like, bro, you could buy a derivative of a derivative and that shit's going to fucking $1 billion. Like Baby Doge to $1 billion market cap. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Baby fucking Doge, $1 billion market cap. Fucking, you had Shiba, then you had Akita, then you had Keanu, all these various fucking dogs, like all 100 mil, 200 mil, 300 mil. So it was like, if we even get 25% of that BNB season from 2021, then it's going to make a lot of motherfuckers rich. But
I enjoyed my run on Sheep, bro. That was a good little rip I made.
Yeah, she was alright still, yeah. But, I mean, I hope it stays, because, yeah, a lot of people are still fucking going on PancakeSwap to buy BNB memes. Like, a lot of people don't even know that you can just buy it on bots. So it's like, I don't know. I'd be lying if I said I knew. Anyone that tells you they know anything in crypto is just lying to you. Like, no one knows shit. Like, we're all just fucking around and finding out, innit? The age-old fucking saying. Everyone is literally FAFO in this space. No one knows shit. Anyone that tells you afterwards, oh, I knew that was happening, or I took none of that shit. Bro, you didn't know shit. You took a guess. You speculated. There was a 50% chance you were right. There was a 50% chance you were wrong. Unless it's something like Bitcoin. Then we know it's just going to, mathematically, it's always going to go up over 5 years, 10 years. Bitcoin's always going to be higher than what it was 10 years ago. Or 5 years ago. But other than that, like all this meme coin casinos and gambling and shit, it is literally gambling, bro.
Yeah, it's
literally flip a coin and it might run and it might fucking not.
Yeah, like, literally.
No one knows shit,
man. Just like, yo, buy this fucking fart. Whatever the fuck. This is the one. This is surely the fart that goes to fucking 10 billion. Definitely fun, though. Definitely fun.
Zintani, what do you think about BNB season?
What the fuck is that?
We're early, guys. Buy it. This is what I do, right? We're early. So
what is it? BNB?
All right, hear me out. Have you considered dumping the GPC that you have? We're gonna roll that live.
No.
Okay. Shit.
All not my boy Jason. Not my dev.
Hey, how's that going? You said you were trying to get Jason back on the Alk Show. How's that going? Can you give us an update?
I don't think it's gonna happen, bud.
Damn it.
I'm not a miracle worker. I tried.
Well, we're talking miracles?
I'm stepping back.
Is it that bad?
You guys.
Man, all because wait, this is over tungsten too. This is crazy.
Huh?
We know Doc made tungsten, Jason. Just stop this. We know it was little Doc.
Tungsten? Tungsten?
I don't want to say. Don't even say it. He'll block you. Jesus, don't say it sometime. I don't want to mess that up for you.
I love saying tungsten cube to Jason.
Don't.
When I say it, it bonds us. We have an understanding.
Wait, have you told him tungsten, and what's his reaction? Does it get weird?
Tungsten cube?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't get weird. We joke about it.
Why does he joke about it with you? Yo, this is crazy. Yo. Man, Jason, why are you doing me dirty like that, dude? We're gonna figure this out,
You said
Zintani.
tungsten.
You know what? Hey, wait a
Tungsten
minute.
blocked you?
Wait a minute. Is he active right now? Like, is he? Because here's the thing, Zintani. I've never done this before, but I have told this story. If I go into my phone right now, I have his phone number. He's probably gonna block it or something. Shit, I should have DM'd you this. I could call him live. And I'll put it on speakerphone and see
Can
what
you say sorry?
two grown men could talk. But I don't want to call and he's like in bed or something, right? It's like, oh. And then it's like, he's angry. You know? Like, I wouldn't want a nemesis of mine to wake me up. I'm like in bed with a baddie. See if he's active. This could be funny. This could go horribly wrong. Plus, this was a while ago, so maybe he doesn't have that number anymore. I never tried it.
Let me see.
Maybe I should text it. Are you up? And just see what he says. I knew you would get that joke. Man, some of you guys don't get my jokes.
Wait until 2 a.m. and be like,
Nah. I'm not doing that. That's crazy.
Oh, just call him. You know the people want.
Wait, I'm not listening to you. Easy said you were broke, respectfully, Ghost. I can't really listen to you.
Easy, man. Easy doesn't
Whoa!
care, man.
Whoa! Absolutely not, dude.
What did he say?
I'm not gonna repeat it. He just said, fuck a certain dude out here. It'll put you filled with hot steel.
Oh, no, just hear me out real
Hold on, I'm gonna find the clip from last night.
No easy slander. He's online. You can call him.
No, that's fine.
Whoa,
he
he's
says he supports the small guy, and then when the small guy is
All right,
like
wait,
a
where did
silly
I
shit,
store him?
Shut up.
Hold on, what did I store him as? Trying to
Put
find it.
your reading glasses on.
What? You talking to who? Zintani? You saying she's old? Yo, you can't call women old here, dude. That's sensitive. Who cares if she's past her prime?
I'm in my prime.
I'm
only
joking. That's
47.
crazy. That was a see. I can't miss the joke sometimes. Zintani's she's great. She's really cool. She's funny. Come on, guys. These are jokes.
I think a lot of people on the internet think I'm older than I am. I'm very confused by this.
I think it's your jokes and stuff, though.
There's pictures of me, there's videos of me.
Yeah, but your content screams like you crochet or knit with like a cat. You know, like the,
I have an old woman's
your soul. Yeah, your soul.
Yeah.
Have you considered drinking Red Bull?
I love Red Bull.
Have you drank any? Because
It has too much sugar in it.
maybe it'll spice you up. You know, you'd be more.
Are you gonna call Jason?
Now I'm kind of nervous. Not gonna lie.
You gotta be like, hey.
Hold on, I'm trying to find the number though. Hold on.
No, but you can play on that. So call him and then play up on the nervousness.
Nah, but I'm not a
Start
nervous
shaking and
dude
stuff.
by nature. This is just weird to call someone out of the blue, right?
Yeah, but
I'm
play
not
on
weird.
it. Like, call him and be
So that's
shaky,
awkward.
like,
No, I'm not gonna be shaky. Come on, dude. This is Alk. Bro, I've crank called on the show before, like Home Depot and everything. Bro, I'm a professional. It's just, again, to call someone out of the blue that you're in an argument with is wild. But could be fun. But I'm trying to find where I stored them. Hold on a second.
I prank called my birth dad, my birth father, while I was in foster care once. He was a horse farmer. But he was like a businessman. He wasn't a farmer. And I called him and I said he sold me a gay horse.
Oh, boom. I think I got it.
You never knew it was. Call him, dude.
I think I got it. I think you're setting me up for disaster live on.
I think so too.
I know.
This is
See?
your idea.
Listen to her. She's like giddy over this. Relax. Yeah, I'm gonna check his Twitter, see what he's saying before I do this. Let me just survey the land. Anyways, you guys can retweet the room. Feel free to come up here. We're having fun. Just vibing.
Jax, are you a leverage guy or?
Nah, not really.
Bro, you never heard this dude's story?
No, I haven't.
Dude, he worked at a car wash.
Shut the fuck up.
Dude, I swear to God, he worked at a car wash. He was like, Yeah, he would come. He would do the alloys. He'd do the alloys, and he'd spray the tires, right? And he was like in the line. He would do that. Sometimes they'd put him on windows and shit. Depends on the day. He'd tune into the Alex show. He was in and out of the car wash. And this dude was on leverage down to his last 5K or some shit.
Bro, people are gonna believe the car wash bit. Watch this guy.
Oh, okay. All right. All right, tell your story. That was a lie. Actually, this dude is like kind of had a cool job, I think, if I remember him telling the story.
Yeah, my job was alright. I was in sales.
Yeah.
And yeah, leverage fucked me. Kept taking loans, kept blowing it in leverage, and then I think I had like 6 grand. I took another, my last 10 grand loan. It was like the 4th loan, and then I uploaded it in Bybit. Got down to about 6 grand left, and then Pepe launched. So I just emptied my Bybit and put it all in Pepe. That was April 2023.
Damn, Pepe saved a lot of people, huh?
Yeah, fully.
Dude, it was really quiet. Dude, it was quiet when Pepe.
Pepe in my house.
There was
Literally
Blur.
painted canvas.
That's right, he did do that.
Bro, I watched Pepe go on a crazy run. I was holding some fucking utility, and I was just like, wow, what the fuck is going on with this shit?
GG's.
Yeah, straight up, bro. I was looking at some bands, and then I was like, damn, I think I could have turned that into like a few $100,000 if I would have just bought Pepe, bro. Like, what the fuck? And I watched it, and all you guys were having fun, eating, cashing the fuck out. I love that for you guys, dead ass. She makes me feel like I'm in the
Honestly, a
fucking
lot
winner's
of
circle,
dudes,
bro.
a lot of dudes didn't trade Pepe right. People
Really?
did, don't get me wrong, but I think people who understood that game before, there were a lot of people like me that came from NFT world, they didn't trade that coin right. I mean, and that's the game.
Pepe as well. Leverage guys.
True.
Who got fucked on Pepe?
Yeah,
I
the
did bet on
people
Pepe.
on. No, but I'm saying people that were like, oh, let me do TA on the Pepe chart. Pepe, you know how they say like that dump went through all TA support levels? Pepe was that pump that your resistance levels Pepe didn't give a fuck about. There was no dip. It was just up only. Because I know a lot of leverage guys. I don't know if you know Crypto Elise, Crypto God John and them guys, like they run the Wash Wealth group or some shit. They have a massive Discord with like 3,000, 4,000 people. And all of them, bro, all faded Pepe because they were like, no, it's got a dip here, it's got a dip here, it's got a dip here. And Pepe just kept fucking going, bro.
It did.
Going.
It just kept
So
going,
it's
bro.
like, it defied all laws of TA. Like,
Yeah,
TA went out the
100%.
window, bro. Yeah,
100%. Yeah, I was watching that, and it just never stopped. And I remember looking at my boy, and I was like, bro, should we fucking throw something at this? And then we were like, man, I don't know, because there was like a bunch of like good shit, that I was still holding. But I was like, damn, I could have always came back to that shit, bro. I could have just threw $1,000 at it and just seen what happened, But I didn't, bro. So like, shout out to everyone who did not fade Pepe. That was a fucking awesome run. That was awesome. It's awesome to see shit like that. It's awesome to see people win, bro. I want to see people escape the fucking Matrix. I want to see him stop washing fucking Easy's tires, bro. I want people to...
You want to watch him start washing his
You want to
tires?
wash the guy's tires? Jesus
I said
Christ.
I want them to stop washing his tires.
Oh, I was just saying, yeah, I hope they don't escape the Matrix. I need someone to deliver my food for me and...
I don't want to see anybody saying that Cax worked at the car wash because of me saying that. I'll come for you.
Yeah, the poors need to stop complaining and just be happy. Look on the bright side of life.
It's true.
Go eat your, what are they called? Twinkies? Go eat your stuff.
Come on, dude.
Go to the gas station, buy you one of them $1 Kit Kats, and be grateful.
true.
And stop complaining.
It's like Paula used to eat the gas station hot dogs and stuff.
And then while you're at it, send me a tip. I put on my Sorry. And then send me a tip I put on my bio. It's buy me a coffee, Zintani.
No.
Go work your 9 to 5. Work
People
real
are
hard,
broke here, Zintani.
and you
We
send
just
me
had one of the
that
biggest liquidations in crypto history, and nobody's got tips for you. Okay.
Yo,
What do you mean? Everything's back to normal, isn't it?
Yeah, but people were on leverage. I don't think you understand it. People have bad plays. I don't think you understand. Most people here hold the wrong thing. Swear to God, I'm not trying to be a dick about it
This
either.
is why you guys need to not quit your job so you can keep tipping me.
oh my god.
Yeah, this is not good, Zintani.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
Holy
Nah, I'm
shit.
just kidding. Nah, she's funny. Nah, you're funny. People tip.
Did I do something wrong?
There's tip shame here. Shame on you.
I don't think anyone bought me a coffee.
Shame.
Let's see.
Sounds like you're shaking a damn cup right now. No, I'm just kidding.
Samaritan's purse.
People go crazy when you do this stuff.
I have had my Cash App on the tips part.
Don't say it.
No, hold on. I've gotten a couple $5 like tips where the guy is like, "Let me take you out on a date."
Dude, someone sent me 0 ETH one time and they spent like $12 in gas to do it. I was like, man, people are spiteful here. Swear to God.
Can you do that?
100%. You could send someone 0 ETH every day and just troll them. Right? 0 ETH, 0 ETH, 0 ETH, 0. And they're like, yo, this dude's just burning money to troll me. Right?
I love that.
There you go.
Are you gonna call Jason?
I feel like it's kind of creepo to do that, right?
It definitely is.
I know.
Please do it.
Yeah, I feel like words got to him by now where I blew the moment I had. I should have just did it.
I need you to call him and be like, "Hey, thinking about you."
Nah, dude, what are you trying to say, bruh? I'm not bromantic. Homie, it's a homie
No,
out
but
here.
then after you say it, pull it back, like confuse him, you know? Say thinking about you, and be like, "You're the worst thing that's ever happened to me," and hang up, and be like, "I'm busy right now. Don't call
I'm
me
not
again,"
Little David,
and
but
hang
there
up.
is a message making the rounds of the chats where Little David says that Alchemist is obsessed with me. He wants to have butt sex or something with me. Bro, this dude's projecting on me, bro. Dude, I seen this and...
Then he says I'm tanning.
Yeah, I'm concerned. Bro, I put on 2 pairs of boxers this morning. Just in case a motherfucker want to catch me when I'm lacking, dude. I got a pocket knife on me. I usually don't. I got hands. I don't feel like I need the knife. The Swiss Army's on me, dude. You ain't catching me lacking. Some little dude comes out of the shadows. Trying to... I don't know what he's trying to do. Dude, I've thought this for some time, dude, and it bothers me. Right? It bothers me.
Why?
Because it's just not my type, dude. I don't like dudes.
You don't like short dudes?
Dudes in general. It's not my forte. Shout out to the people who love balls and wieners. Hear me out. If that's your thing, more power to you. It's more ladies for us, right? It's not that serious. I'm happy for you. Just come out of the closet, dude. But these dudes are projecting their tendencies on out, bro. That's crazy. This dude never talks about ladies. You never heard a girl in the background. 0 kids. Guest bedroom. Got the Build-A-Bear suit on. He puts on the suit right off the shelf of Build-A-Bear. He takes it right off the teddy bear. I used to shop for my kids like sunglasses and stuff when they were really little at Build-A-Bear. We'd be there for the stuffed animals. I'd see the accessories. They'd have like cool sunglasses. Boom, they would fit. The kid would be like 2 years old, bro. Try it. I'm picturing he's like grabbing clothes from there. That's why he's got all these crazy fits. Or it's Baby Gap. I don't know where he goes. Could be Baby Gap.
There's nothing better than a great set of perky balls.
Bro,
Big, perky, no wrinkles.
for real?
Yeah.
Okay. That got weird. Could you Botox your balls so they'd smooth,
I require it.
so they could smooth out? In theory,
I hope so.
I'm asking. I cold plunge mine, just to keep it fresh. Swear to God, dude. I'm soaking in ice right now, dude. Honestly, you get used to it.
Next to the fish tank.
I'm soaking right now, dude. One of those glass bowls, dude. What are we talking about? My feet are on OnlyFans. Dipping my balls in ice. We're on YouTube.
Well, you heard that, folks? Like and subscribe, or go. Never been on.
Don't make it
OnlyFans.
weird.
Go. Is it subscribe?
Wait, Zintani, do you think dipping my balls in ice every day, maybe like 30 to 35 minutes, do you think that kills like my, what do you call it, your sperm rate or something?
No, I think it's the most masculine thing I've ever heard of. It's got to stimulate testosterone, if anything.
I do feel virile, right? Manly. I do.
Yeah.
Okay, here we are. I'll retweet the room. Zintani, I can't figure her out. She's strange. Yeah. Maybe undateable.
I think she's so funny. I just have to say that.
She is funny. But she's also crazy.
Yeah, but crazy's cool.
But like batshit crazy. Right?
Better crazy than boring, honestly, if you ask me.
I mean, yeah, you want like spice, but you don't want like,
She's smart, though.
you don't want like, is she gonna stab me tonight, spice? You want like, oh, could things get crazy? Maybe a little freaky, but it's
Yeah,
not.
I've never hit a man. I have hit a woman once.
Whoa, let's hear this story, because you don't seem like you're very like violent. I've never heard you angry.
I'm not. It was
What
my
happened?
roommate, and she was just harassing me all the time. She kept like
You
telling
fought your
guys-
roommate? This is gonna get good.
Yeah, my roommate. She kept telling guys that I was in love with them, and I had all these guys that were really. She was just sabotaging me everywhere I went, and then came into my room. It's a huge house, right? Came into my room. I was working 3 jobs. Okay, 3 jobs. This was broke Tawny, long time ago, and I was working my ass off, barely sleep. I barely got any sleep any night. And she comes into the room and starts blasting funny comedy movies on her phone, full volume, and laughing very loudly right next to me as I'm sleeping. And I say, "Can you please turn that down?" She's like, "Yeah, whatever." She like turns it down on her phone a little bit and keeps laughing really, really loudly on the thing. I'm like, I roll over, I only get a couple hours of sleep, please. I have to be at my first job. Can you get earphones, or can you go down in the living room? She's like, yeah, whatever. This bitch turns it back up on her phone. I get up and I smack her once. Boom. I say, and she starts crying and screaming. I'm like, bitch, I have 3 jobs. Go in the living room. I don't care. She's like screaming and calling people. She's like, Zintani's abusing me. And that's it. But
Hey,
the
I'm
only
picturing
person
you
I've
like,
ever
were
hit-
you like way taller than her? I'm picturing like a tall girl just beating on a little girl, dude. Is it true?
Well, I'm 5'5". She was 5'2".
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go.
But I mean, but she was like laying on the bed thing. So, but yeah, I just one hard bitch slap. But that's the only time I've ever done anything. And to be fair, she deserved it. So I don't give a fuck. It made her shut the fuck up. It made her leave. I needed to sleep.
How were things like the next day? Was it weird?
Oh yeah, she like went and told all these people that I'm abusive and I hit her. I just I didn't care. I didn't care.
Did she stay? She was your roommate, right?
Yeah, but she kept causing like problem. Like she locked me.
So you
out
made
of
her
the
like you're a
bathroom.
prison bitch, kind of.
Well, she locked me out of the bathroom. she like found a key to lock the bath so I couldn't pee before work. Mind you, I'm only there to sleep and then very quickly go to work. So she locked the bathroom, so I had to kick the door down. Because at this point I was just pissed. I was done. I was done with her. So I kicked the door down. The police came. And I said, officer, my roommate, who, by the way, loves smoking marijuana, okay, I'm clean. My roommate, the drug addict, locked me out of the bathroom. I had to go to the bathroom. So I didn't get in trouble, but then I left. That was it.
Whoa, you knocked her out though.
I should track her down and knock her out, or so she deserves it.
You
She
told.
just created hell. You know, she got drunk one night and started crying to me, and she's like, "It's because I'm jealous of you. I'm scared that people will like you more than me." And I was like, "Bitch, I don't talk to anyone. I just work. What is wrong with you? I just work all day." She's crazy. Girls, sometimes, most girls are not. I don't like the narrative that, like, girls are evil to each other, but there are some stupid girls, man, where they get jealous and they're fucking bitches. Like, they just make your life hell.
I'll say dudes do that here now on this app. Man, dudes are catty and they're doing weird. Yeah, it's man.
Low T activity.
No, I'm serious. It's weird here. Actually, I think the ladies get along for the most part, at least in the forefront. Maybe behind the scenes, I don't know. But the dudes here are messy, bro. I mean, I've been caught in it too. I'm trying to avoid some of that stuff now and just kind of do commentary on it. But we've seen it. Man, dudes here are just backstabbing and just plotting and crashing and crying and it is.
Yeah, dudes can be bitches too, man.
Yeah, it's wild, man.
Jealousy, though, like, this is why I can't be friends with girls that aren't hot. I cannot be friends with girls that don't have their shit together and aren't hot. Like, if you are crying over boys, we're not gonna be friends. I just, I can't do that. I mean, it's okay to cry over, like, you know, one boy, but if you're just, like, you're being a wreck, you're running around, you don't have being a woman figured out at all. No, they're mean, man. They hate you. If you have your shit together, you try to help them, they resent you. Yeah, sorry.
I mean, you might be right.
Yeah, no, that's correct.
Now, Zintani, how do you transition that back into B&B memes?
And men can be bitches, girls can be bitches, but BNB will never lie.
Wow, you
Yeah,
did it,
somebody
man.
had actually a really good idea for a meme on B&B. What was it?
Yo. Come on. I need to hear it now.
And it's gone.
Fuck.
Damn.
Yeah.
Boobs and butts?
Whoa.
Was that it?
Oh my.
Hey!
I mean,
Boobs and butts? Something.
Caddy's here. GG.
Caddy!
GG's.
Honestly, I don't know if that'll send on B&B though. B&B is different. Like, it's got, you know? It's a different, vibe.
Do it, but write it in Chinese.
Yeah.
Whoa. Right?
Boobs and butts. Well, what do they call boobs and butts in Chinese? Does it start with a B? Oh, that's a stupid thing to say. Of course it doesn't start with a B. They don't have a B.
I think it's like a house symbol or something.
Wait, do they have B's?
No, I mean,
Okay.
kinda maybe. Right?
I mean, like, yeah, but I think their alphabet is more like, it's not like single letters. It's
I like when Zintani said broke Tani.
proton,
That was good.
an arc.
Yeah, but you do have to be really careful with girls for sure. Like, the second I pick up any type of like haterade, I'm like, So I just like, I pay attention, I watch, you know, and it slow is the best. Like, that's what I've noticed. Like, have you ever met somebody and then you like instantly bond with them and it's like, it's really good, and it's like those relationships I feel like burn out fast. Like, it was something else, you know. But I feel like the girls that you're really slow with and you just kind of watch, and then you guys like, something just happens naturally, whatever, that's best. You have to be really fucking careful.
Yeah, I recently had a girl I actually met through crypto who majorly stabbed me in the back. And to be honest, I did see it coming. I don't know what the fuck my dumbass, sometimes I'll be like, well, she didn't mean it, and I know she's a good person, and everything can be good. I just always have this thought of like, well, if things can be good, and there's no reason for them to be bad, why would someone make them bad? I always have that thought. I'm like, it's illogical for someone to make things bad, so I trust them. Because it would be illogical to, but then, yeah. Happens.
It
She
does.
didn't have her shit together, and I asked friends, you know, and every single one of them says she's jealous, and I don't know. It's so hard because I don't want to be a pretentious bitch in interpersonal relationships. I don't want to say like, you're jealous, that's why you're being mean. Never want to assume that, but like, looking back on it, yeah, I think she was jealous. I think she resented that I was giving her gifts and like taking her on trips to places, and that's what I do for my girlfriends. I take you on trip. Let's go do a fun thing. I think she resented a part of her, like hated me for having access to this and whatever. And she was just like, yeah, really awful to me. Anyway.
Yeah, fuck that. That's fucked up. So she was just like, did she have any money at all? Not really.
Sometimes I think
Yeah.
so. I don't know, because I feel like it felt like she was always trying to impress me or make me think that she had more than she had. I at least got this impression at the end of like she was trying to like show me that she has stuff. I don't know how to explain this. It was so weird.
Yeah.
But it was like slightly competitive, but then none of it ever turned out to be real from what I saw. So like, she'd say she had access to blah blah blah, but then it never happened. Like, I love friendships where it's back to back to back. Like, I'm gonna take you on a trip, then you get some opportunity, take me, you know. But I noticed with her, there was nothing thrown my way.
Yeah, some people are takers, right? Some people are takers, and some people are givers. You need to recognize what you are and what you vibe with, and then just kind of set limits, right? You have to give boundaries out.
Yeah,
Because they will keep taking, right?
I love giving, so I don't know.
Yeah, but you want someone, yeah, you want a vibe, you want someone who's that same way with you, though, by what you said, right? Like,
Yeah, well, Sarah, my best friend of all time, we happened really, really fast. And we do that all the time. Like, I'll take her on a crazy trip. She takes me on a crazy trip. We go back. We just give, both to each other. And it's been amazing. But, yeah, we jumped in fast.
How long have you guys been friends?
6 years.
Okay, yeah, that's long enough then. That's good. Yeah, sometimes I feel like this is like 90% of the time, honestly. And it's for me, for sure. Like, I don't know if that's everybody's experience, but I've never, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, setting boundaries is so important, and a lot of people like to play victim, but I truly believe if people are mistreating you habitually, you have a problem setting boundaries. You're doing something wrong. Like, for example, if you give too much, then that becomes the baseline of what they expect. If you give too much early, then if you stop giving, they will get upset with you. So, like, things like that, it's like what Alchemist said about knowing what you are and knowing what the other person is. I think that's absolutely what needs to happen, is like the kind of person I am, because I love giving. I can take it slow, but it's hard, man. If I have a new friend, I'm like, I want to, I have love for this friend. I want to show them love. It's hard for me to, like, pull back. I want to be able to, like, gush on someone.
Yeah, I'm like that too. I go like full throttle, for
Yeah.
better or worse. It's like a gift and a curse kind of thing, but I can't do that whole like tiptoe thing sometimes, right? This is me. Love it or hate it, right? Like, I don't know. But everyone has their own approach.
I find, Sarah, like, when I try to take it slow or take it slower, what I find I often do is I just waste a lot of time.
Yeah, I was literally just gonna say, at least you'll find out quickly whether or not that's gonna work for you.
Yeah, there's just a lot of shitty, I've never had the gene or the character trait of hating my friends for doing well. So I've never understood that, and I think I have a major blind spot in not expecting it from other people towards me, because I don't have that for my friends. If my friends are doing well, I feel prideful. I feel better about myself. I'm like, dude, that's my friend. Hell yeah. Like, as an extension of me. So I've never understood the mindset of, like, my good friend has all this stuff, but I don't. I hate them. I just...
We see that a lot here, though. Think about
Yeah,
it.
but it only fucks you, dude. You're making an enemy of
Comparison,
someone doing really well.
comparison is a thief of joy. So when you start looking at what other people have, and people are posting like the best moments and all this, it's all propped up on bullshit. For the most part, there are people here who keep it a buck and keep it real, right? But so you like you're comparing yourself against something that's probably not real. It was a moment, it was a photo, or whatever the situation may be. You don't know what happened after that photo. So it's just keep it real and be yourself too. Like, why do people come here and play a part? Like, be you. Like, I don't care what you have. Like, I care where you're trying to go. It's like people judge you so quick here off of things that probably aren't even true. So I like the people who are authentic, who talk about the losses as well as the wins. And you know what I mean? If you're living like a dope lifestyle, share that. But I'm saying, if you're not, just be real, right? I think people will, you don't have to come up on this stage and have all these followers or this or that. If you have a W take, I'm going to hear you out. I'm going to shoot you a follow, all these things. It's like, I don't know, man. It's like a hive mindset here. And I want to like be around people that think for themselves, right? Because that's what I'm learning, right? I don't want to be in a bubble or an echo chamber, right?
I know so many people in crypto that are going broke trying to prove to other crypto bros that they're wealthy. That shit blows my mind. If you stopped buying the Gucci, like, first of all, that's ugly. Wealthy people don't do that unless you're Jason. Like, Jason likes those,
Yeah, but he's not in Gucci all the time.
Tacky. It's cute on Jason, because he's almost ironic about it. But if you're like just coming into money, you make a bag, and you're not focused on turning that bag into a bigger bag. You're focused on, let me buy something so people know I have money. You're retarded, dude. What the fuck are you doing? Go get a t-shirt at Walmart and figure out how to make your bag. Turn that bag into something tangible. Buy real estate. Fucking retards.
I mean,
Some people really do like that stuff, though. Like, I have friends that are not rich, and they just like that stuff. Or I have friends that, like, I don't know. And because I don't understand that. Like, I really don't. Like, for the life of me, I'm like, why? Like, help me understand, because I would like to develop a little bit more of a respect for this thing, and I don't get it. Like, all I see is almost like this sheep.
Yeah.
When I don't have, like, very much respect for it, but not in the sense of, like, if you wear those things, then I think that I'm totally judging you. But a little bit, like, it's hard for me. I just don't get it. Help me get it.
Well, I think it was explained to me. I saw this video of a car salesman who sells like really, really fancy cars, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, blah, blah, blah. And the way he said it really changed my view to make me understand is he always said, I'm never selling a car. I'm never selling the car. I'm selling a dream of an idea of a lifestyle. Imagine you're rolling up and you have your 9 out of 10 girlfriend comes and sits in your passenger seat. And you drive over to like a fancy restaurant, you park the car, the valet takes it, and then you're getting into that's what he was talking about. Selling is like the dream of a vibe, of a lifestyle, of a life that is attached to the car. So I've never seen the Gucci dream. I think Gucci's fucking ugly. So don't know what, but I'm guessing they've like imagined some life where they're wearing these ugly ass Gucci shoes, but I guess it's like attractive to them and they're in a nice place. I don't think it's about the shoes. I think there is something to be said about, you know, if you wear the right clothes, you have the right purse, you have the right whatever, you will fit in with certain people, and then your opportunities to make money will be marginally higher. Marginally. Not, it doesn't get you through the door, but it does work to an extent. So it's not completely stupid, but it is stupid if you only have a little bag and you spend it all on a Rolex. My guy, you're retarded. Buy a dupe. Buy a Rolex, or I don't know if they have Rolex dupes. I don't figure it out. You don't, like, especially with men, other men can tell if you're retarded. So it doesn't really matter. If you can be a smart man without a Rolex and make money, but that's what I think it is. They have this idea of what wealthy people do, and they want to fit in with those people. I don't know the wealthy people that wear Gucci. I don't know those guys. Sound retarded to me. But yeah, I also love luxury things here and there, but like things that I love are like things you can't buy cheaper. For example, like perfumes. My perfume collection is very, very expensive because I can smell if you're wearing a dupe, so I'm kind of a fragrance snob. But as far as like wines, it's so funny because men will see or interact with me and like with perfumes and how I am with certain luxury items, and they'll bring me like the finest wine, and I'll be like, thanks, but can we get like the $10 Prosecco? Because it's just better. I don't give a fuck about expensive wines. You know, I think back to what Alchemist said, and I'm going to shut the fuck up because I know I'm rambling. I think being authentic is number one. Like, I'm about to meet up with my idol of all time. I can't fucking believe it. I'm nervous. But, she has done so incredibly well at meshing with wealthy society, and I think it's because she's authentic. She went into wealthy society and like genuinely likes the clothes that she wears, genuinely cares about the wines and the blah blah blah. So she knows these things and she has a really good taste. But I think like wealthy people can sniff it on you immediately. Do you have taste? Do you have old money taste? Because I think if you have taste, that can get you places. But if you're going in buying like some random thing because it's luxury, you're probably going to get the wrong thing. And they're probably going to think you're stupid. So it's not worth it, I don't think. Now I'm going to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I love that. I feel like if I do ever go a designer route, like, because the thing is, if it's about quality, right? Like, let's say, because I've never bought a Louis bag or anything like that, so I don't really know what I'm missing. So when I do feel like I'm in a position to do that, I will, but it will not be. It's not going to be things where you're going to be able to tell. I'm not going to have a logo plastered all over everywhere. Like, I just feel like nobody else needs to know that I have that, but I do if it's about quality, whatever, and it doesn't have to be loud like that. So that's
Sarah, I don't want to get you on this in case you're not like this, but I do think an important bag, a good bag takes you, like if you're with certain people, they do notice the bag, probably the shoes. I'm not a shoe snob. I don't give a fuck about shoes. I probably should. But I go on Poshmark. I just get I'll spend like $200-$300 on a nice luxury purse that someone's trying to get rid of that doesn't know how much it's worth. And they're real, they're authentic, and maybe they're older, but I only get ones that I think are cute. Like I look at Birkin bags and I'm like, that is fucking ugly.
We got the purse alpha right now.
How many cows had to die for this ugly ass bag?
True.
Like I could not be fucked. If I saw a Birkin bag for like $200, I'd buy it maybe so I could resell it. I'm not wearing that thing around. It's fucking ugly. It's ugly. Yeah, get stuff you like, but I think a nice bag, just the leather of it. It smells good. It's nice.
Okay. I'll do that.
I go on Poshmark all the time. It's fun. And there's so many people, man, where they don't know that they're worth more, and they're just trying to sell like grandma's old bag or whatever. And even some of the
Not
even
grandma's
some of the
old
ones are
bag,
really
bro.
cute.
Damn.
They're really cute. I have this old Chloe. I don't think it's like popular designer, but it's cute. It's adorable. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that you're right about the bag, honestly, because I usually just carry around like a little Adidas backpack that my friend got me for Christmas. And her mom, my best friend's mom, always gets me a little bag for my birthday or for Christmas as well. So I literally just carry around whatever they give me because I really don't care. Like, I don't know why. I just don't. But yeah, I should. I will definitely take that advice.
I'm a dude who listens, right? I understand like designer shit. Zintani. I could see Sarah with like a Louis the Speedy bag, like that off-white with like the brown checkers, right?
I don't know even what that is, but that sounds ugly.
Oh my god, I'll post a pic of it. Damn, dude. I thought you were gonna feel that.
Maybe.
I'll have to find the pic of it now. Damn it.
I mean, Sarah, yeah, before
I can't believe you just shot my purse game down.
I got Pretty Womaned on Rodeo because I didn't have a bag. And I was with my best friend wearing literally an old, like, band t-shirt. I was in a pretty dress, but I didn't have a nice bag. I had, like, a bag I bought on Amazon. But I, like, looked more put together and all these things. And every single shop we went into, the clerk or the, like, people, they went straight to her and like made eye contact with her and ignored me. And I asked her, like, what the fuck? Why? These people won't make eye contact with me. They're not treating me like a human. She's like, it's the bag. Look at my bag. Look at your bag. That's what it is. And ever since I started getting bags, dude, people are nice.
Wow, that honestly pisses me off though. Like that makes me mad. But that's honestly one of my worst, like, I don't want to go through that experience at all. So, but at the same time, it's like, so I have to, in a way, like, bend the knee to what you fucking think is cool so that you'll be nice to me. Like, I mean, I'll do it.
Yeah.
But fuck you.
But the thing is, like, so for designer clothes, I will never sacrifice style for, like, a luxury whatever. I always look cute. I dress cute. My outfits are so fucking cute. I don't care if I got it on Amazon or Shein or some, like, Chinese workout, whatever. But the bag thing I noticed, I am glad I made the switch because my bags were fucking ugly. They were not more stylish. They were ugly looking and stupid. And my bags are cute now. So you can go into thrift stores, man. I love going to thrift store. You can go on Poshmark, but you go into thrift stores in like those mountain areas, man. Mountain areas where like no one lives, but wealthy people live. Those thrift stores, dude, they have like nice bags. Nice. You get them for what? $3, dude. Oh my God. Love it. Love it.
Yeah, I like thrift stores too, just for fun. Me and my mom actually just went. Like, we like to go for Halloween or like around Halloween. It's fun to make your costumes, you know what I mean? And so that's just always been kind of a little thing that we'll do.
Go check out next time you go, try to like go to some off-site. If you're in the middle of a city, go to like off the city thrift stores and just look in the bag section and see, man. I mean, yeah, I don't give a fuck about, I'm not gonna spend a shit ton of money on purses. I will on perfumes, but that's because that's my thing and I genuinely love it. But I think a good purse is worth it. I do.
How expensive do perfumes even get, though? Like
Oh.
$1,000?
Yeah, they get above 1,000. Yeah. But I'm like genuinely obsessed. Like, if you are ever in New York, you can come here. I'll do a little. I love doing this for people. I have like everything, so I can ask you like what things you like, and I will give you like 10 test perfumes and find your perfect perfume for you. So I have a nose for it. Like, people will say you can buy dupes for perfumes, but I'm sorry, no, you smell poor, and I can smell it. Maybe other people can't smell it. I smell it. I know what dupe you're wearing. In fact, I have a dupe section. Yeah.
All right, so there's a lot of dudes lurking right now. Help these guys out. What kind of cologne for men? You know, we have Creed Aventus. That's a winner. But what else do we have out here? Help these guys out.
I never hear men say this, but if you are a business type man, I love Aqua di Gio. And it's not that expensive. I think it's $60.
Yeah, that's an old school one. I used to wear that back in the day.
That is my favorite male scent. It is so sexy. It's just, yeah, usually with perfumes, maybe it's like the pink tax, but I think the best cologne ever. I think YSL is a bit tacky. I know men love YSL, but I think that's what they think women like. If you get Aqua di Gio, most men are not wearing that, so you will smell classy, intelligent, wealthy. Also, if you're, okay, this is kind of gross, but if you smoke cigarettes or cigars, Aqua di Gio mixes really, really well with that. But you don't need to. You don't start smoking if you're not a smoker. But if you do smoke, it's just sexy. It does something. I don't know.
That's so funny that you said that about YSL, though, because there is this one way YSL cologne that I love. I can't remember what it's called. Do you know the names of them?
No, I'm not. I know a lot of perfumes.
Is it the sweet smelling YSL?
No, it's definitely not sweet. It's a really clean smell. Fuck, it's gonna bug me. I'm gonna look it up. But yeah, I can't think of what the one you're talking about smells like.
The thing about YSL is it's so every dude who is trying to like attract women is wearing it. So if you're dating women who have like dated the type of guy who wears YSL, okay, wait, it's like I know the kind of guy who wears YSL, and it is that guy who LARPs, okay? I smell YSL on a guy. Yeah, it can smell good, but it's also like the way it's interpreted, right? It's like, I don't know a
It's like
billionaire
douchebag.
that
It's like a
wears that
douchebaggy
shit.
thing, right?
Dude, the guy was a douchebag that how I found it. That's crazy.
Yeah. Millionaires, especially small millionaires, are the biggest assholes on planet Earth. You're delusional. You might be able to you think you'll be able to get more women. Maybe the dumb women, maybe the women who haven't dated around wealth so they don't know. But like, you're probably a douchebag. If you're an early millionaire, I think it comes with the course. It's like you're an asshole.
Yeah, but especially for men if you're shorter, right? These guys go crazy out here. They're trying to overcompensate. They're just obnoxious, right?
That's why I think Aqua di Gio, it's like no one's wearing that. You will smell like you. You're not going to remind her of like her ex-boyfriend douchebag that she hates. you know, and men can like joke or like talk about manipulating women and blah blah blah, but the truth is, if you have a toxic relationship with a woman, you're not gonna like that either. Like, you don't want to remind her of her shitty ex.
All right, well, Zintani, while we have the ladies here, we got Sarah as well. You know, we have nerds here, right? We have dudes, they're hopeless. They don't know how to talk to the ladies at all. You just gave them a little bit of the cologne alpha, right? Hopefully they're listening. Hopefully they're brushing their hair and their teeth and they're taking a shower. So we're going to cover all the basics here. Clipping their toenails and all that, making their bed. But what else can these guys do? Because it seems like men are afraid to approach women. They're intimidated by them. And what can you do to help these guys out? Because they're going through it. They DM me, Alk, how can I talk to girls all the time? I'm trying to help them out. It's a lot of work.
Do you want the hardcore answer, like the mean one?
Yeah,
Okay, full truth.
100%.
If you don't have your empire built, and you weren't lucky, one of the lucky ones that met their girl in high school, whatever, I'm not saying it's hopeless, but I'm assuming you have like a type, or like you have a level of attractiveness that you're requiring, blah blah blah. I would say get your bag up to where your financials are steady, as in you can't have 100% of your net worth in crypto. I'm sorry, you're excluded. This is not for you. You're like too early. Get tangible assets where you are good. First of all, make sure you are good and stable, because I think in terms of like, if you want a good woman, you need to, I believe that, and I think it works. The role of the man is to protect and provide. If you cannot protect and provide, why are you out chasing women? They're going to run away. They're going to run away from you. And you're going to reek of desperation.
Whoa, that
Number
was
one.
deep. Wait a minute. Slow down. That was really deep. Can you, like, kind of keep going but touch on that? Dig into that? Because, man, that was, like, primal. Because dudes are out here and they're looking for their mate, but when you're just running through girls, again, I don't know. This is getting deep. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry to cut you
I
off.
would say turn the energy of rejection, because rejection hurts, like it's one of the most painful things you can go through. Turn it into like making your life better. Don't focus as much on the gym, the Andrew Tates and of the world, whatever. I mean, you can, but don't be in the gym all day. Be working on your empire. Like, go to the gym to stay healthy and keep your mental strong, but women don't give a fuck about muscles. Some of them do, the retarded women do, but you don't want a retarded woman. You want a woman who loves you and who will help you build your empire. So once you have, like, some stability, the problem with going after women when you're desperate is that desperation is the cardinal sin of everything. You will repel any area where you're desperate in. This goes for women as well. Women that are desperate as well get rejected. And dating, you have to realize dating is a game of desperation. The less desperate person always wins. That's the game. That's the entire thing. So you cannot be desperate being like, every woman's rejecting me, blah, blah, blah. You need to build your self-confidence, and you build self-confidence by succeeding. You gain confidence when the outer world matches your inner reality. So when you believe you're better than where you are, and the world starts showing you that actually you are better, that's when you gain confidence. You don't gain confidence by sitting in your room telling yourself you're great. That's not where you gain it. You gain it by winning. And you win by losing without getting beaten down. That's how you win. You win by going after something and not quitting when you fail. So once you have some stability, you will naturally have more confidence, and women will not be as repelled. Then I think where a lot of millionaires go wrong when I say they're assholes and they're a waste of time is like, in truth, I'd have no problem marrying like a millionaire. It's not that, but if they tend to be retarded, and where they go wrong is they think that now that they have money, they're misunderstanding that women want to be loved and provided for and protected, but we're not as simple as like you show us money and we fuck you. The whores are. You don't want a whore.
Yeah, but
So-
wait, can I say, real men, we don't want that. That's too easy. We don't want that. We don't want a girl, like, when we're looking for someone we want to be with, we don't want someone who's on that energy. Like, we're not trying to, like, make a hoe into a housewife. Like, not any real dude out here, man. Honestly.
Yeah. No one does. But this is where millionaires go wrong. Is like I can't tell you how many Bored Ape loser. I'm never gonna dox them, but I can't tell you how many Bored Ape guys have sent me DMs where they're sliding into the DMs. First DM they send me is a picture of their house. Fuck off. Suck my dick. What the fuck is that? That is so weird. It is so tacky. And these guys, they're going insane because they've come into money and they're like, why aren't the bitches loving me? Fuck these bitches. And then they get really mad because everyone told them all they need to do is get money and then they'll have their girl. That is not what happens. You can get gold diggers like that if you want to slide in by sending your whatever. What I would say is once you have stability, find a girl you genuinely really like. Find a girl you really fucking like. You've been around her, you spent time with her. Stop thinking like a monkey, trying to fuck things. Think about like wife. Okay, you have your castle. Maybe your castle is small now, but you need a queen. So stop going on OnlyFans or like trying to impress any girl you can. Find one you like and then go after her. She may give you trouble, especially if she's a good girl. She'll probably give you, she's not going to say yes. I'm not saying be a creep, okay? But go after girls you really like. And be confident if she says no and woo her. You know, the art of wooing is gone, and it's why I say I like older men. It's not, I joke a lot on here and say it's about money. It's really not. It's that older men know how to woo women.
True. Hey, can you explain the art of the woo? And you're cooking, by the way. You're really cooking. And I think dudes should be taking notes right now because, you know, we always say, oh, we can't understand women. And yeah, women are complex and curious kind of creatures by nature, right? But we listen, guys. Listen. Go ahead.
It's not complex. It's just so biologically, men and women, everyone is playing games, even the good ones, especially the good ones. The game the man plays is what is the least amount that I have to do in order to sleep with this woman. It's biological. It's ingrained in you. It's ingrained in the men.
No, I don't believe that.
Hold on. Men fall in love through vasopressin. The way men fall in love is by running away from love and they can't escape it. The way women fall in love is we can't help it. We want to fall in love and we have to stop ourselves from but then if we're being protected and he's checking off all the boxes, he doesn't leave, he's stable, it happens. I'm talking about like the good women. So when I say games, everyone's playing games, but there's a game you want to play. It's a good woman, hopefully. Hopefully you're not choosing the girl with the biggest, perkiest tits, because it's not always going to be the right girl. You may find a girl with nice tits, okay? But if you're going after the best tits, she's probably going to be psycho. I mean, just statistically, you don't need the best tits. Get a nice mixture. Get someone you can fall in love with, someone that will love you, someone that's not going to cheat on you or fuck you up while you're building your empire. That's another thing. You get a woman that is fucking with your head while you're early stages of building your empire.
GG's, yeah. GG's, 100%.
She'll fuck you up. You cannot go for the perkiest, nicest, best tits I've ever seen in my life. That girl's a psychopath. I don't know how she's crazy. Okay, don't base it just on looks. I know looks are important, but do an even, make sure she has morals and character. You know, women are always testing men for their moral character and their stability, things like this. Try to cognitively do that. It's harder for men because it's not in your guys' biology, but try to test. You know, everyone's playing games, but do a little test like women do. Women do shit tests all the time to see like what are you really about. Do a little shit test with a woman. They're not hard to do. I know it's not like ingrained into your biology, but you can do that. And then once you know a woman's a good woman, she's attractive enough for you, you're attracted to her.
Wait,
blah,
how do you
blah.
test? How do you
The
test
wooing-
like that? What do you-
Oh, a shit test?
yeah.
Here's an example.
I have to
of,
stop
like,
you because you're spitting so much. You're like Encyclopedia Britannica right now.
I shit test men all the time.
Okay.
I'm just open about it, and everyone thinks that I'm like a manipulator, which I make fun of it because everyone is doing this. Every girl is doing this, and every man is doing their type of shit test. But the shit test men do is like, do I have to be your boyfriend to sleep with you? Do I have to marry you to keep sleeping with you? Do I have to, what do I have to do to get you to do what I want you to do? The game men do is, how do I make this woman fall in love with me without doing anything for her? It is, and when I say that, I'm saying it's in your biology to do that, dude. I'm not shitting on men. I'm saying you're built to do this. You're built to test to see, because of this incentive to spread your seed. How many women can I get away with not committing to, not blah, 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 blah. So I think if you want a good life, you have to circumvent that that instinct. You have to sort of be like a woman in this way to choose a mate. Women biologically are built to test for character, to choose a stable mate. So men should also be doing this because we live in a free world where you're not given an arranged marriage when you're 18. So things are a little different now. You have to be choosy as well. But the art of wooing a woman is women. This has been lost in modern day because we have Tinder and women sleep with men when they have a physical impulse to do that. So everything is weird. But the way it's supposed to be biologically is women have options. We're sexual selectors. So we have men that want us. And we say no, 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 no. That is our job biologically, is to protect our womb, protect our mental health, protect our ability to pair bond because we want to be mothers and have healthy kids that we don't fuck up psychologically. So wooing someone is a man comes with flowers and the woman says, no, well, I thank you for the flower, but no sex, basically. If you were going to like condense it down, no sex, because I have these other 10 men giving me flowers. And, you know, I know 9 out of these 10 men giving me flowers are lying to me. And it's my job to figure out which one is not lying. So the art of wooing a woman is to show her you're not messing around. You're serious about her. Everything is different now.
Now, wait, Zintani, right? Let me ask you, let me just be upfront, because this is the culture that we're in. Not necessarily for everybody, but I think it's the environment when people are out here dating and all this stuff, right? How does a dude navigate the waters of trying to woo a woman knowing she's probably entertaining multiple dudes at that same stage? Like, she's maybe not with somebody, but you know how people will entertain people. How do you kind of outshine that for the dudes listening and stuff?
That's what's so hard about
Because
now
those are the
is-
questions I'll get, right? Like, because I do get DMs. Like, I'm getting DMs from dudes right now, and that was one of the questions I just got. Like, if you're in competition with multiple bros, how do you stand out, right? And I would say be
Can I
confident.
say something?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. I feel like even if you're not in competition with multiple bros, you should pretend or feel like you are. Because it's very possible that she's not talking to 10 other people, but you still want to show her that you care. Like effort. I was watching this YouTube and Robert Greene was talking about just effort and generosity, and it's just really unattractive if you don't want to put any effort into. That's not seductive at all. It doesn't show that you care at all. People want to know that you care about them. That's hot. Oh my God, you're putting in effort. You like me. You care about me. I like you back.
Yeah, when men complain about like, oh, I cared about her so much, it's like, yeah, Robert Greene is a great example. You need to read The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene. You're probably eliciting anti-seductor traits. So there's like, I can't remember how many types of seducers, but there's an anti-seducer. So even, it's not just caring It's about having the ability to care. It's why I say build a mini empire. Make yourself stable first. You're not in a position to be a man. I think that's where the brutal part is. And that's where Andrew Tate and these other guys are giving men the right information is it's true. You are not in a place to be chasing women if you're living in your mom's basement. It's not going to work because you will be desperate. You have nothing to offer. You have nothing to offer this princess that you really like. So have something. But then if you have something, then showing that you're serious about her is very attractive because she becomes scared of you is what it is. She's scared you're lying. That is what wooing a woman is. A woman, if you
Scaring her?
have
Okay.
resources,
Got
the
it.
woman is scared that you're lying, and she'll be cold to you because she's scared that you're just trying to fuck her and leave and whatever. And this is where this whole thing plays out, this game of love, whatever, where she's resisting, and then finally she trusts you. If you find a girl who's like just jumping into bed with you immediately, this is not, I don't think this is conducive for like a long-term marriage. And I think it's important that men get married. If you look at statistics, men make more money when they're married, their quality of life increases, they're happier. So it is important for
Wait,
men.
that's a real statistic?
Yes, mental health, quality of life, physical health, longevity,
Really?
length of life. Yes, all across
Now
the
wait,
board,
can you
men
just be
are-
with someone living with them, or that's just married?
Yes, married living with a woman.
Okay.
These men make more money.
Now what if she's
They do
crazy?
better
I
in
feel
life.
like your quality of
So-
life is down.
No,
Fucking
well,
weird.
the culture has lied to us and told us the opposite, but it's not true.
I literally woke up this morning thinking about this. It's so fucking weird that we're talking about this, but who you end up with directly affects the quality of your life more than anything else.
Yeah, that's what that billionaire said in that interview where the guy was like, "What's your best advice for success?" He said, "Your spouse. Your spouse. It's the most important
Whoa.
decision you ever make." And it's true. It's why, like, don't go to Miami looking for your wife, dude. Don't go to Yes, there's some good girls in Miami, but that's not the place. Most likely that girl, yes, she's gonna give you trauma. That's another thing. If you date, even just dating a woman who's going to cheat on you, this is giving you trauma. This is making it more
100%,
difficult.
100%. You gotta heal from that too before you jump into something new or you carry that over. I definitely believe in that. You gotta battle your demons out here, right? You can't take that out on the next person, right? You gotta figure that out for yourself.
Yeah, so find a girl, dude, that is like a good girl. Find a girl that, goes to the library, man. It, like, does, she likes baking cookies or what the fuck. She's a girl and she's been protected and she's not traumatized and blah, blah. Find a good family. She comes from a good family. I'm directing off of myself here. By the way, I don't come from a good family and it sucks, but I try as much as I can to be that, to act and to be as if I did. I try. I'm goofy and I'm comedic, but that's the Batman origin story. But you should not go for probably someone like me. You should just get the real thing.
No, I think that you should definitely go for somebody like Zentani because she thinks and she's smart. And I don't think that you have to come from a good family necessarily, but as long as you've learned good lessons and become a really good person from your hardships and your struggles, then that's all that matters. And that's like a lot of people that do come from a good family, I don't know, everybody goes through shit, right? But I feel like if you can go through shit and come out even better than the people that did come from a good family, that's a bitch you want to ride with, you know?
I would say actually that trauma for men can build men, but trauma for women can really destroy it. I do not think I'm I think if I had come from a stable family, I would be me without all the goofiness, all the weird. I'd just be me, but better. So I think it's not good to like mess around with like toxic relationships. If you have had a girl or had women that cheated on you and you know that you like that, You need to cognitively step into what you're attracted to and say no. You need to start looking for the opposite of what you find yourself attracted to, because you'll ruin your whole life. It is absolutely true. Your spouse, even just the
True.
people you date, they will ruin your life.
Yeah, but if you're not happy with yourself, you can't find that in someone else, right? Like, I'm not saying people can't make you happy or motivate you or anything like that, but I'm saying you have to be kind of secure in who you are, I think. And then that confidence will be attractive to other people, right? Like, you have to stand on your business and be who you are, right? And then I think you'll attract that energy back.
Wait, Zintani, you feel like your goofiness is a bad thing?
I am a complicated person to date, and I need a complicated person, and that can be really good. I've had really amazing relationships, but it's just more quirks. Like, it's like I'm a weird puzzle piece, and I think if you're a man, it's just better to find a corner puzzle piece girl. Just find a corner one. They're just
so
better.
boring.
No. Boring girls are so fun. Boring girls. Some of my favorite women in the world are just the most simple creatures, man. They go to church and they're all about their church, and they bake and they're happy, and they're great to be around. Women are homemakers. You put a woman in a house, she'll make a home. So I think all of the man versus woman hate really needs to stop. In the same way women are saying they don't need men, that needs to fucking stop. And men need to stop saying they don't need women.
True.
You don't need a Miami whore.
It's toxic right now,
But
isn't it?
You do need a woman in your life.
True.
The earliest you can. So yeah. I think find a good girl and then pursue her, and do it confidently. Let her say no and keep trying, not in a creepy way. And you have to figure out what that means, because it's a delicate dance, and it's something we've been doing since we've been human. Is the man pursues, okay, he's trying to save the princess in the tower, and she says, I don't want you to save me. Go away.
Yeah, but you got to remember the dudes you're talking to right now. You almost have to mention, like, you have to recognize what is she saying in response. You know what I mean? Because there's levels of not interested. So if she's, like, clearly not interested, bro, let it be. Because, some dudes don't get it, too.
It gets tricky, man, because there's going to be some retarded men in here that don't understand, like, you have no chance with this girl. You don't have enough to provide. You don't have enough to give or offer this girl, and they're not going to swallow that pill. But at the same time, when you're going after a good woman, she's going to say no a number of times before she says yes. I'm not promoting rape, no rapiness. In fact, men should not. In fact, if you want the biggest advice, actually, I could give a man, you don't want to be creepy, don't mention sex. Make her mention it first. Don't mention it. And when she asks you, if you are pursuing a girl and she's attracted to you and you're attracted, sometimes men get this wrong and don't understand they're not. But if she is, there will be like a period of time. It could be months. I take months and months, but I know I'm weird. But if a man doesn't, I know he wants to fuck me. But the ones that have won me, it was when I had to say, do you want to fuck me? What are you doing? It's always been that is where, and then they always say I wanted to be a gentleman. At that point, I'm hooked. It's just over for us biologically. If you as a man never say you're not attracted to her, don't do it. Don't do the negging thing. Okay, maybe do it to like flirt in the first initial whatever, but never tell a woman she's ugly. There's no upside to this. In fact, you should delete this from your vocabulary. Don't even call other women ugly. It will turn a woman off. Like a lot of these toxic trait, even if it turns her on, this is a crazy woman. women are autosexual, so you have to understand that the way that men are sexual is very different from a healthy neurotypical woman. Women are sexually attracted to themselves and become sexually attracted to other people that are attracted to them. So you can call women narcissists, whatever, look at that badly, but it's human nature. We're built to be like this. So never tell women they're ugly or anything, but there's a suaveness to this, man. Like it's an art, and it's a very specific art. But if you're a gentleman, you'll hook a girl. She'll fall in love with you. If she's attracted to you and you don't push for sex, bring up sex. I mean, never bring up sex. Never say I fucked my ex this way. If it's a good girl, it's gonna turn her off. She's gonna be like, here we go. But if you confuse her a bit by pursuing her without ever mentioning sex and never going in for a kiss, but then you're still there, you're taking her on dates and you're not going in for a kiss, you're going to confuse the fuck out of her. So, I mean...
Wait, but there is a point where I think you become a friend zone statistic if you...
No, if you're taking her on nice dates, man.
It just depends on your looks at that point out. You know what I'm saying? It's like what you bring to the table. Like if you know that you're like a good looking dude, it's pretty much like anything you pursue.
There's one thing though that we haven't mentioned, and that kind of like, I feel like it's a big deal, and that's just the natural flow of something that's going well. Like I've noticed that sometimes if I'm like, let's say I'm talking to somebody and I'm interested in them and they're interested in me, and that's obvious, but there's a lot of resistance, like in some way or another. There's just like complications and difficulties, and things are not flowing. I'm not going to say easy because I don't necessarily, but honestly, in the beginning, it should not be difficult to I don't know, to communicate or to understand each other or whatever. So if that's not happening, and you're just meeting a bunch of resistance, then you should probably just, I mean, it's going to end up ending. But basically, I just feel like you're not supposed to be with most of the people that you end up that you talk to.
Right.
So I feel like when it's the right person, there will be this natural kind of flow that happens, and you will know what to do, and they will be receptive to it.
100%.
If you are going after a girl that maybe is, because attractiveness is really important. Let's say you're short. I know this bothers a lot of women that are like unevolved, whatever. I think they're unevolved. But the fact of the matter is, many women are not attracted to shorter men. If you're shorter, it does complicate things. You can be ugly and tall, I've noticed, and you'll get away with it. As long as you're tall. But if you're shorter, it complicates things. You need to be more... Do the gentleman thing.
Does it go back to that protector thing because they're little?
Right,
and it's like they can't
it goes
protect
to
them?
genetics at the end of the day. Like the biological thing is like, yeah, we kind of look for certain traits genetically that signal this would be a good person to reproduce with.
No, but short men bag beautiful women all the fucking time.
True. I do see that sometimes. That's a rare short guy.
Always with
I
money,
promise you they have to have money.
I've seen it.
Nah. Hey, here, you have to make her laugh, dude. It's not always the money, dude. You have to make her laugh. I can promise you.
I've seen
Funny and short, guys.
Yes.
If you're funny and short.
I have a friend who's 5'6", and his girlfriend's a fucking, oh my god, she's perfect looking.
I'm not saying they can't bag. I'm not saying that at all.
So what's the common denominator then in that case? I feel like it boils down to the fact that the woman feels safe. So if she's with a tall guy, maybe that's the first thing. Maybe that's really why, is that she feels safe, literally, right? But if the short man finds a way just by being himself and he's funny, and now she feels safe. So I really do feel like a lot of, I feel like women really do fall in love with this feeling of just feeling safe.
Mm-hmm.
It's ingrained. Yeah, women fall in love through oxytocin. and men fall in love through vasopressin, which is literally like the challenge of winning a woman, is how men fall in love. So if a woman is not challenging you, you're probably not going to be in love with her.
Now wait, can we get into
Love is just different.
Zintani and Sarah? Can we get into like lust versus love? Because I feel like initially those two can become confusing, right? They're two different things, right?
Yeah, men have no control over lust, dude. I can just I can agree on that. I see a lot of guys in my circle who are just like focused on women instead of building their self, building their relationship with God, stuff like that. But it's a big thing.
Also, for the people like, oh, talk about crypto, like the pill is blowing up with people love this right now. They're saying Zintani, everybody is cooking and stuff. So, I mean, we can talk crypto at any point in time, but sometimes these conversations can maybe enlighten some of the crypto nerds in the room. I feel like the ladies are good, but these guys in here, you're struggling. I'm trying to help you.
If it's a guy, well, the biggest concern, I know this advice is solid, but my biggest concern is like if there's men listening and they're heartbroken, they're thinking about this one bitch and they have money and they have these things and they have all this stuff and it's like this one girl and it's all toxic. Not that one. I'm not talking about that girl. Let her go. If you're trying to figure out how to win this one specific girl that it's like not working out with, stop. That one next. Go next. So like all the things I'm saying, they're about a particular type of woman that you'd want to marry. They don't apply to, this advice does not apply to the Miami girls that Andrew Tate and what the fuck ever are saying. It's like, you think you want those girls, but look at Andrew Tate. They got embroiled in a sex scandal. Who do you think did that? The crazy fucking Miami girls did that. You do not want toxic women that you've manipulated into a toxic relationship in some weird harem. They'll ruin your life. Women will ruin your life. Look at Elon Musk, man. His harem's fucking falling apart. Okay? And women are crafty. Especially what is that saying? Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. You don't want to scorn crazy women with great tits. So I'm not talking about those girls. I'm talking about the girl who goes to book club, okay, and like sews for fun because she thinks knitting is fun, and she works at some coffee shop, okay? That girl. You want that girl. So these things with that girl, she probably, has a good relationship with her parents, and be a gentleman. Even if you're short, invite her to a restaurant that's so nice she's never been to it and get her a dress for it, whatever.
Yeah, get like the elevated booths, like so you don't look so short, right? Or get the lifts for your shoes. Like, guys, hit me up. I have short friends, right? I could help you out.
Do that. If I ever saw a guy wearing shoe lifts, I would be like, what the fuck? No, please don't do that. But I do want to say something about the difference between lust and love that I thought was, I was watching this YouTube and so I don't know if men always feel things in this area, but like literally if you tune into your body, right, and when you're thinking about somebody, if you are feeling the majority of your feelings for them in the lower part of your body, like in your sex organs, right, like if you're not feeling it in your heart, if you're feeling it lower, and there's like literally almost like a pull towards that person, right, but in your lower chakras, then chances are that's a toxic, like sex-driven, lust-driven relationship, and those energies are lower energies, right? They're not of the heart or the mind. It's different, and so that's not what you want to be navigating with. And I think that when you genuinely love somebody, like, of course you're going to want to fuck them. Like, that's not a problem. So you're going to feel something there, right? But I don't think that the majority of the feeling should be there in your body. And so there's that. And then with the whole toxic thing, like, I do think that's very yeah, that's toxic. There was something else and I fucking forgot. But does that make sense what I'm saying? Like, do you know what I'm talking about? I watched that YouTube because I was trying to figure out, like, is this toxic or is this not toxic? To be honest, if you even have to ask that question, it's toxic. Like, if it wasn't toxic, you wouldn't have to ask that question. But I do think that you are gonna have to be like, all of us have to be, especially fucking like out here with what we do, we have to be really vigilant, right? And so I don't think there's anything wrong with like having, just thinking, you know, about people and whatever. But I think that when there's like, I don't know, sorry, I just lost myself. I'm done.
The thing you're talking about with anxiety, like women will feel it in their womb. It's like these tingles. And it's like, but I don't know if that's how men also, I think the way men experience lust versus love is different than women. Just looking at the neurochemistry of it, it's very different. So I think, like, as far as determining that, you'd have to speak to men who are married. Like, they know that.
I love that.
It's like, because we know what it feels like as a woman, right? But our hormones are very, and we live in clown world where everyone's pretending men and women are the same thing, but like what you're talking about, the butterflies that we get in our fucking pussy, I don't know if men have that. Like,
Nah, we get that.
I think they always have
in
that.
toxic relationships.
Wait, if you have a connection with someone, right, and like
No,
you
yeah.
kiss or you
Women-
touch their hand,
women-
like, yeah, there's definitely, if it's
no,
someone you're like you're
women-
really vibing with, there's like something there. I believe in
Yeah, but-
energy and all that, 100%.
Yeah, but women get this, what Sarah was talking about is we get this like anxiety, but also like sexy feeling when a man is really toxic, like in our womb, stomach, pussy area. It's like, it's a signal to our brain that this is a bad guy, but it gets confusing.
It's confusing because you want to fuck them. So there's
Yeah.
and you don't want to fuck them because they're toxic. It's just that you happen to like. So a lot of
It doesn't feel good, but it doesn't feel bad. It's like it's a weird feeling.
Well, it's karmic, right? Like if you want to get super so I was watching a YouTube on platonic relationships, and a lot of people confuse like soulmates and twin flames with platonic relationships. And what a platonic relationship is designed to do is to change you and to get rid of some karma if you can do that, right? But if you give into it and then you give into that toxicity, and now you're back on this wheel of like toxicity and trauma, and you're trauma bonding with somebody. So yeah,
I'm fairly certain though that lust for men is a part of how they fall in love, and it's different for women. Like for women, lust is almost always a bad thing, but I think lust is a prerequisite.
Nah,
for
lust.
men to
Okay,
fall
hear
in
me
love.
out. Lust is there for dudes, but when someone is like really feeling someone, like it's way deeper than that, right? Like I know some dudes are shallow and all this, but when a guy is like really into a girl, and dudes know, like you're moving different, you're asking different questions, your energy is different, completely. And I guess it could probably be confusing at times, but the dudes know. We know. There's lust there, but I mean, if you're
Do
into
you,
someone,
Alchemist,
it's not
do you get
driving
those
you.
feelings? Do you get those feelings for the Miami girls?
That's not my thing.
But
Beauty fades, right? This is 100% a reality. I'm more into a now, mind you, obviously, like I need to be attracted to someone, so there's that. But there has to be like some substance there. There has to be layers to it for me. I have to be like intrigued and curious, and honestly, too, I think a lot of dudes I know myself. I'm chasing like someone you can be with that's like almost on like a friend tip too, like that you can just laugh with and roast people, and you know what I mean, like genuinely like you enjoy that person. It's not just some physical shit, right? But I think that does have to be there. But I think you need more substance, or it gets boring, it gets old. You're looking other places and all that, right? So
Yeah. I'm a huge believer in like our root biology and our root neurochemistry is like the closer you can get to what we're designed to do is going to be a healthier marriage and partnership. I believe this 100%, which means like most people I think need to do tons of brainwashing. The way we are built up is a woman is a sexual selector, which means she has options and she chooses the best of her options to the best of her ability. And the man chases. The man chases the one he wants. The woman doesn't choose. I know it's upside down now, and women are they're choosing outside of their pool of options. Women are now chasing men. These never work. The men never fall in love with them. It doesn't fucking work because it's like the further away you get from God or nature or whatever you want to call it, the way things are supposed to be, the less it works. So the man has the freedom to choose out of the whole pool. She doesn't need to be in his pool or he chooses which one he wants to go after, and then he goes after that one. And, if you determine it's time to pivot, then pivot to another one. If you feel that you've put in too much, or she's not being honest, or she's not giving enough, then hold your boundaries and let her know, I really like you, but this isn't going anywhere, and I wish you the best. And just say that, even if you don't feel it. Even if you're thinking in your head, dumb, stupid bitch, just say that and leave. And there's a chance she might be like, wait a second, If you're stable about it and whatever. But of course, there's always a time where you should pivot. That's my knowledge. I think the rest has to come from men who are married. Don't get advice from men with stupid harems. Don't get advice from crypto bro with $3 million that has mental issues and like has 5 girlfriends and none of them love him. Like, get advice from a happily married man. That's what I'd say for the rest. But in terms of like chasing the woman, I believe it's a man's job. It's a part of what a man should be able to do is handle rejection. You should be able to be rejected without taking it personally.
Yeah, but you forget bros have egos, right?
You have to. Yeah. You have to be able to, even if you lie to yourself, just do whatever you need to do. Tell yourself she's rejecting you because she's scared of getting hurt, and whatever. Just pump yourself up and keep going and be confident. I think about my fiance, was like the second guy I'd ever interacted with. This guy didn't take no for an answer, but he did not do it in a creepy way. He showed up with a flower or with whatever, like every fucking day after school. I met him when I was 16. But in all my years, 47 years old or whatever people think I am, I've never met a man with more risk. I would say no. I'd say basically fuck off. And he'd just smile and be like, all right, see you tomorrow. He never bothered me. He was never creepy, never pushed me into a corner, never brought up sex, nothing. He just showed up with a flower every day until I started smiling. I didn't smile. I was very cold with him. But he didn't take it personally. He knew he liked me. He didn't take it personally. He knew he was going to get me. And that was the hottest thing. Is like I genuinely didn't like him at first because he beat me in debate. So he was my enemy in my eyes, right? That's why I didn't like him. But then, the hottest moment was realizing, wait, why is he not bothered? I am so cold. I tell him to leave. He's always showing up with a flower, and then I became very sweet. I was more sweet with him than anyone in my life, and that just, he was confident. He wasn't upset when I said no. He knew he really liked me. He was going after it. That was it. No convoluted games, no manipulation games. Just kept trying, and then it worked. And I think if you ask old married couples, it's usually that exact story. The woman kept saying no, 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 no. The man just kept smiling, and then they're married. It's like all of the happy couples I know, it's always something like that. And I think the reason that is because it's in our biology. You have women chasing men. This is not a woman getting on her steed to save a man from his tower. This doesn't translate to happy marriages. It's against God. It's against nature. It's against biology. I rest my case.
Honestly, a chick on a steed pulling up, kind of dope. But yeah, I get it. Kind of goes against the laws of nature, and dudes should be out here being. I think men should be men, right? Like, you should be out here like building a fire and protecting the ladies and fighting crime out here. All these things.
The problem is, like, modern men are so feminized that they're complaining about their traumas, and it's like, dude, your traumas are what harden you into, like,
True.
a
I feel like
strong
women
man.
switched up the game too. Women are like, kind of running shit now.
Yeah, women are a little bit more masculine. I definitely feel like I'm more of a masculine woman in the sense of like, well, I mean, look, like I cuss, I talk, you know, like, you know what I mean? And I want to make money, and I'm definitely, there's plenty of time that I'm not in my feminine energy, but it's because I mean, and I don't mind it at all, but I don't feel like most women are in a position to be in their feminine energy. So
Yeah.
you have to fucking be this way.
The advice I've gotten so many women. So the advice I give women is totally different. But I've gotten so many women married at this point, and the one thing I find over and over again is like, I can sit here and tell men you need to be men, but the truth is women also need to be women, and they're not being women anymore. There's so many women I know where like a man will hold open the door and she'll say, I can hold open the door for myself, and shut them down. And then these girls, do stuff like that. Like a man's like, hey, I want to help you with this thing. I want to come, and she's like, I can do it, but I'm a plumber and blah blah blah. And I tell these women, because they come to me and they're like, he's not calling me back. And I'm like, okay, explain your last 10 interactions. And it's like, every single time, it's like the guy tried. She said, no, I'll do it myself. And I'm like, did you like him? She's like, yeah, that's why I did it myself. I didn't want to bother him. And I'm like, okay, you're being a man. You're stopping this man from falling in love with you. He's trying to love you, and you're stopping him from doing it. So the women are also retarded, man. Like, we're not taught how to be women anymore, and we don't understand that. Like, if you look, again, I keep going back to neurochemistry. If you look at the neurology of men, the way men fall in love with women is by doing things for them. If you let a man buy you dinner or do something for you, this is stimulating vasopressin, because men need to conquer things and achieve things and win. It's in their nature. So if you say, no, I'm buying my half, okay, he hasn't conquered anything. You're conquering yourself, and he's not falling in love with you. And men that believe a woman should go 50-50, you may find you're not actually falling in love with women, are you? Because you're not taught about your own chemistry, your own biology. You fall in love with women by doing things for them, by winning them, by competing with other men also, and winning against the other men. This stimulates vasopressin. Also, interestingly, making women come once you do have sex, which is very interesting. If the woman doesn't tell the man what she likes and he doesn't make her come, much less likely to fall in love with her, which is really, really weird, but really interesting. Doing things, making women happy makes men fall in love with them. But then women ruin it by nagging and being a man and trying to compete with the man. Men don't want competition. They want someone that's going to love them and support them, and they want someone that's valuable. So, just neurology. I mean, of course, everyone's going against this, though, so it's a really weird world, because I know the things I'm saying are assuming you found a woman that is feminine and is not going to shut you down and knows what being a woman is. It's like, where do you find that? You can find it in Utah, but those guys are a little crazy. It's like, I don't know for that. But the best you can do is, like, think of the type of mate that you'd want, your ideal mate, and then you should be able to figure out who would that person marry? Become that person. This goes for men and women. Think of the person you want and become the person they would want. In your head, an imaginary one.
Yeah, but I think your heart knows what it wants, right? And you just listen to that. You just shut everything else off and you just go for that, right? Like, don't
Doesn't always work.
overcomplicate
You
it.
can ruin your life that way, Alchemist.
I mean, isn't that what love is? You're vulnerable.
No, if you've had, well, this is another thing. If you're a man or a woman, I don't want to give like doctor advice, but if you've had abusive or toxic relationships back to back to back, you need to go through extensive therapy. Relational trauma is some of the most difficult trauma to unwire, as in you might need to look into ketamine therapy. I know that might sound weird for people that haven't heard of this before, but ketamine, I'm not saying go buy ketamine on the black market and do it for fun. I'm not saying that. Ketamine boosts neuroplasticity. So when you're looking at relational trauma, okay, you've been in a relationship, they cheated on you, for example. This is betrayal. It rewires the pathway in your brain for love. The first pathway you get for love is from your parents, okay? But then it's from the people you've been in love with, the people you've been in relationships with, or the people you never got to be in relationships with that went terribly, okay? And every single time you fall in love, it rewires that pathway. And if you're falling in love with the same type of toxic person over and over again, you're solidifying a pathway. You need to go to therapy like immediately. You're going to be miserable the rest of your life. You're going to be attracted to bad people the rest of your life. You need to rewire. You need a team of people. Also, another reason you need money. You need to rewire. You should look at this as a disease because it is. It will kill you. It will. If you are young and you have like 3 girlfriends that all cheated on you with like 5 guys and you forgave them and they kept doing it over and over again, you need to understand you're on a path of like suicide, at worst case scenarios, suicide in your 40s. I'm not joking. Like the love will build you or it will absolutely destroy you. And it is a disease. You have bad parents, you need to go to like therapy. And thank God we have things like ketamine now where it's like, no, you can actually rewire your brain now. Just in case anyone in here doesn't know that, you can rewire that pathway. That's specifically what the ketamine treatment is supposed to do. It's like you need to reassociate what your brain defines as love. So, yeah, it isn't just a love trauma.
Almost like a PTSD of the heart.
Yeah, it is. So, well, that's the craziest thing is like all these Tinder people grew up on Tinder. They don't understand like their brain is fucked. They have a pathway in their brain that leads them to an early death, and they're walking around with it, and it's normalized. Like you look at what the most unhealthy thing for a brain. In case ketamine shocked anyone in here, you know what's way worse than ketamine or alcohol or any number of drugs as far as diseases and early death goes?
Dopamine?
Loneliness, sadness, rejection, lack of love. These things kill your body, give you autoimmune diseases. It is a disease. And we need to start looking at it as a disease, and it's very serious. Being led on, for example, is one of the most traumatizing interpersonal things you can go through is being led on and have no relationship or it went nowhere, right? This will traumatize you. And the fact that this has been normalized, it's been normalized to date and sleep with 5 people at the same time, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's just people walking around just on a path for misery. You need to correct it if you have that. So, which means you need money because ketamine treatments, it costs money. So, but it does work. It wouldn't, you'd need to look for someone to be on a program though. You don't want to look for someone to get you on ketamine the rest of your life and be addicted to a substance. You need to speak to someone specifically saying, I want to rewire my brain to reassociate love with something healthy, and then work with a psychologist, with a team, and you can do it. So, but it needs to be done. If you're attracted to the Miami horse. Okay, you need to rewire that pathway because I guarantee you you're miserable, and it's only gonna get worse the older you get. It's gonna get worse and worse. We have an epidemic of male suicide, and I think a huge part of that is love. We're not talking about traumas. We are saying that trauma is normal. It's normal to get cheated on.
Yeah,
You know,
men,
it
it's like we can't talk sometimes because it's like, oh, don't be a bitch. You know what I mean? Like, you know how dudes be, but like, I'm big on that. I've had a lot of dudes actually reach out, like, moments of like, you could call maybe weakness. You know what I'm saying? And I'll always hear people out because we deal with things here, right? And
Well,
you should
men
talk about
shouldn't-
it.
Men shouldn't be going and talking about their problems out in the open or like.
Yeah, well, I mean, if it's really bad, like I had a friend recently, I won't say who it was, right in the middle of a show, like in tears, like, Alk, I really need to talk. I rugged the whole show. I jumped on the phone with bro, made sure he was good, right? So I mean, if you're going through it like that, I would rather someone say something than see something happen. That's just
Yeah, if you're suicidal, sure, but another thing, and where the world is lost is women actually benefit from this behavior of like, I go to Sarah and I say, this guy was really mean to me, and I cry to Sarah, and Sarah says, you're a queen and he's a douchebag. And I'm like, yeah. And this heals my brain, my to speak about my feelings with someone and to have them validated. For men, it's good to do that in certain places in high confidence with partners, but if you're overindulging, exploring your emotions as a man, you're way more likely to make yourself more depressed. It's much better to have a plan. Men, if you look at the way men work and their hormones, this is counterproductive to testosterone. You don't want less testosterone. You don't want to like, maybe Alchemist, a guy needs to talk to Alchemist. He needs someone, and that's great, and that's amazing that you're there for them if they're in like a dire time. They need someone to talk them down from the ledge or whatever. But they're way more likely to get up to that ledge unless there is a plan to overcome. Men need to defeat things and win. It is your whole drive is to conquer and win in every area of your life. So if what you need to conquer is love, ketamine, dude, the ketamine treatment plan with a good psychologist. You need a plan, something that will work, that will get you away from that ledge so that you're running full speed with your big man muscles and, you know, exploding cars and whatever else, and big bouncy tits, you know, stuff that stimulates testosterone. Sitting and talking about your feelings, it's not healthy for men. And it's one of the things women are doing wrong, is they're saying, I want an emotionally intelligent man. No, you fucking don't. The women don't know what they're talking about. They lose respect for you. I'm not saying a man should ever feel like he can't talk to his spouse, but men have less testosterone now. It's actually an epidemic. You need to be very aware of your hormones. If you're talking about your feelings often, your hormones are out of whack. You need to start thinking of these things as like diseases. These are physical processes in your body. If you are a man, I'm not saying it's not okay to ever cry. I'm saying if you're often crying, talking about your feelings, something is physically wrong in your body. You're not built to do that. Women are, men are not. I mean, something's wrong. So it needs to be fixed. And gym can help with that, actually. Go into the gym. Sorry.
Speaking of testosterone, so there's this thing called, is it semen retention or semen preservation?
Yeah. You retain.
Like, so, no, seriously, a lot of dudes, I feel like between porn and God knows what else, they're just constantly jacking off and throwing their fucking sperm away, and a lot of their drive and like heat and energy comes from
100%.
your sperm. And so when you're jacking that off into a fucking sock every day, you're literally just draining your motivation and your energy, and that's not good. And people should not just be fucking all the time either. Like, that's not. And if you are gonna fuck all the time, you really can do it. I guess I've heard somebody say that they've done this, that he's like a big health guy. Like, you can still come without actually ejaculating. And so I don't know if that's something you're going to have to figure out. But if you want to fuck every day, you probably should figure that out.
Nah, but hear me out. I think sex is healthy, like when you're in a relationship. But I think dudes just jacking it all the time. You're like losing your energy. I don't know if that makes sense.
It feminizes you when you realize.
And then those
like,
dudes aren't looking for the girl in real life because they're like, it's subconsciously, they're like, I'm gonna rub one out later on. And that fucks you up. And dudes are getting addicted to this shit. It's rotting your brain. There's a lot of studies about it. Like, porn is fucking you up, guys. 100%.
Yeah, it's so. I know what Sarah's talking about with the ejaculating. It is true. Right after ejaculating, your testosterone goes through a depolarization period. So it's like a battery that goes way low, and you'll actually notice. It's why men say jack off then decide. If you fuck a girl that you don't really like, you suddenly despise her. This is actually very, very natural. But it doesn't deplete. It's not the ejaculation that depletes you over time, because actually having sex with a partner increases testosterone. If it's not like sitting and jacking it to porn. So what Alchemist is talking about is much more to do with like the loss of testosterone, and it goes back again to men need to conquer. Men need to be the hero of their own story. They need to slay the dragon to win the thing. If you put in a cheat code to win the princess, you're feminizing yourself. You are also training your brain. When we talk about like the pathway of love, you're training your brain to believe that you're not capable, that you're not a man. And so, like, if you're depressed, number one, probably go check out your hormones. It doesn't always display physically. I had a buddy who, multi-millionaire, okay? He's 6'5". He's hot. He has muscles. You know, he's just naturally built like a man. And he was so fucking depressed. He's the last person you'd think would be low in testosterone. Finally, he tried everything. He went to therapy, he went to this, to that. He went to go get his hormones checked and then got on some testosterone medication. It's gone. He's married now. He hasn't been depressed since he fixed whatever hormonal quirk was going on with him. Maybe even before building your empire, if you're a depressed man, check out your hormones. I mean, don't go to a psychiatrist and say you're depressed, because they'll put you on a medication that might actually make it worse. Especially, I would be willing to bet vast majority of mental health issues men have is probably hormonal first.
I think everybody. I think for women too, it's hormonal, and this is like foundational shit.
Bro, this conversation is wild today, and I actually really enjoy it. I hope especially the men out there, and maybe listening, because the women are really just spitting like a lot of like alpha that maybe you could learn from, execute on in your real life. You're struggling out here. We got Rich up here. I know he's been struggling with some kind of pornography addiction.
Can I just say one last
Wait, I just
thing?
wanted to touch on Rich because he has been struggling openly with some pornography addiction. Also, I believe he's into the dolls and things like this. He used to go to the video stores, and he's been very candid about this journey. And I just want to thank you for openly sharing some of these things you've gone through. And how are you doing with that? I know you were talking about throwing your laptop in the ocean or something.
I would love to say,
did you do that?
GM to everybody, it is a great conversation. Masturbation is self-rape, and it's homosexuality. It's the basement.
Wait a second, self-rape?
You're jerking.
Wait a minute, bro. That is a very bold statement, dude. Okay, continue. You came in hot. I've never even heard that term. I didn't know that was a word. I'm on YouTube, sir.
Okay, but keep going, Rich. I'm excited to hear what's in
Yeah,
Well, it's the base version of homosexuality. You're basically letting a dude get you off, and it's disgusting. And you're enjoying it. You're enjoying it as well, you know. And you're enjoying getting another dude off if you really, really break it down to the essence. So, yeah, it's not a good look, you guys. And definitely, these ladies are dropping some facts. You know, I think the biggest problem with a lot of men is they don't know how to set boundaries, right? When you're out here and you'll do anything for the goon, you know what I mean? It's like, you got no boundaries.
What does that
You got no
even mean,
boundaries.
bro?
Like, you're just like, you know, you got to learn how to focus that energy and not just thinking about sex. So a lot of men that grow out of that early, you know, in your teenage formative years when you're really lusting after women, a lot of men don't grow past that stage. They continue that into their 20s, 30s, and 40s, you know, using, you know, the various methods that get used out here for for fornicating, right? So, yeah, it's a hard road to travel, you know, being a stoic, but when you understand your role in the world, like these ladies are spitting facts. They know what a man's role is. But I think boundaries are key in anything, in any relationship, especially the relationship with yourself, you know thyself. And then you can know, you know, what your heart is really looking for in this world, in my personal opinion. I was lucky to find the love of my life 20 something years ago. So
What is his name?
So,
Jason Williams.
wow. No, I'd be driving a nicer car if that was the case. But yo, I just wanted to come up. No, it is a good conversation.
I thought you were gonna say something more outrageous to trigger one of the ladies. I was kind of hoping for that. Could any guy come up here and maybe give a take that might cause some sort of a crash out? Right? Like women should be in the kitchen, or right? Zintani, what do you think? What do you think when guys say that? Right?
Around the kitchen.
Wait, and also I want to know what Zintani thinks about women masturbating as well. Have you?
Whoa! Double clicking the mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know you ladies do it.
I've done NoFap, and it does wonders for impulse control. Because sex drive is like one of the most powerful drives you can. So when you stop masturbating, I don't think this is healthy for men, by the way. I think you have to look at studies for whatever, but I think it's like what it does for women is it allows you to be more of a man. And when you said you said that you think women also struggle with this hormonally. This is true, but in a slightly different way. I would assert that so when a woman feels safe with a man, I'm bisexual, by the way. I've been in relationships with women, but again, back to the roots, back to like what are we biologically designed to do? You can feel safe with a woman, but it doesn't do the same thing. When a woman is with a partner, a man that loves her, adores her, it regulates our nervous system in a way that no feminist or modern woman wants to admit. Like when people say women are crazy, yeah, we're all fucking psycho because none of us have a man that is holding us down. And we're all being told we don't need a man, so we're all fucking crazy. Men do not have the same... Men, if you look like neurochemically, a man can be sane without a woman. I know the women aren't going to want to hear this, but it's true. Women go insane if a man is not protecting her. And I have many CEO, boss bitch women that I'm very close with. They're all bad shit behind closed doors, okay? We're not designed. Women are not designed to be alone. Men are not either, but they're more capable of it. They're not dependent on women in the same neurochemical way. They absolutely, if a man is in love, he's dependent on the woman he loves. But women are dependent on like a man being around at all times. Yeah, if you ever listen to like Myron Gaines or the Fresh and Fit guys, the way they advise that you manipulate women is actually by playing on these hormones, by like suddenly leaving, suddenly ghosting. sends women's nervous system into a panic. If a man is there every day and then he's suddenly gone, yeah, she'll become attached to you, but this is not a relationship you want. That goes bad very, very quickly, and that woman's going to go psycho on you. So to now, a woman will go psycho on her own, but if you do that to a woman's nervous system, she'll direct all that crazy energy on you. That's how you get your car keyed and blah, blah, blah. So it is hormonal with women, but it is absolutely true that women are way more dependent on men to be sane than men are on women.
Here it's hormones, and I just thought it was this bomb. Yeah.
Well, you have to think, man. If we're Rich, I know you're married, so I'll use Alchemist, right? Alchemist is or I'll use Sarah and Alchemist. So Sarah is a cave woman, okay, and Alchemist defended her, actually, to win her. She's the prettiest girl in the cave man village, and Alchemist beat off some wolves, right, to save her. And then, and she's pregnant, okay? And then Rocket Girl comes into the village, and Alchemist leaves Sarah's cave one night. To go
Wait a minute, I would never do this. Why is this me now, bro? Alright, fine, I'll let it happen, but I would never do this.
So one single night. What does this mean for Sarah with her pregnant belly?
Damn it, dude. She's pregnant and you're making me do this? Zintani.
This is exactly
Why can't I go out on top in this story, dude? It was going great. Alright, can we move on? There's another guy now. I'm just chilling.
Okay,
I'm getting her snacks and shit, right? Then there's my neighbor. Now, moving on to my neighbor. He's up to no good, this guy. Yeah, Sikasa. Whoa, no, we're not doing that. I'm saying, you're missing what I'm saying. I liked what you were saying with me.
Okay.
But I'm saying, can we...
Alchemist doesn't go to Rocket
Wow,
Girl.
you just totally fucked that up for me in my head.
No, fine.
Oh
Alchemist
my
goes-
god, dude. This...
Alchemist goes-
God, dude. You know we have history, me and Sikasa, dude.
Alright.
Damn you.
Alchemist goes to the neighboring village not to cheat on Sarah, but to go trade whatever.
Thank you.
Okay.
Alright, yeah.
Sarah is in an open cave. No, the man...
Whoa, what's going on now, dude?
That's what I'm saying. The wolves are there. What does Sarah do? Oh, she's dead. Good job. That's what happens. And when men don't understand, when you're texting a woman good morning every day, okay, and she likes you and she's feeling
Wait, from
safe
the
with you.
cave?
Only I can interrupt you.
Wait, you're texting
Wait,
from the
only
cave?
I can
No way.
No, I'm
interrupt.
saying we still have these wires in our brain. So when
Yeah.
you're texting a woman every day good morning or good night, it's translated as a different world. But now, when we develop feelings, we're equating that good morning and good night with that you're actually in the cave with us. It translates. We're seeing that as safety, whatever. You're in a relationship and then you're gone. You don't text. We don't know where you are. This means our system is designed to freak the fuck out for our imaginary baby, even if we're not pregnant. Our whole system goes fucking psycho. Because if the wolves come, we're dead. It means we're dead. So we're literally dependent on men. Psychologically, physically, everything. That's what I'm saying. Is like but you don't want to stress a woman's nervous system out. That's not a woman you want to marry. That's a woman that will ruin your life. You stress a woman's nervous system out, she will resent you. She will hate you. Because maybe women don't know this. Women don't know why they're going crazy. But if you've ever had a crazy ex-girlfriend, it's because you have, in her brain, threatened her baby. Even if she doesn't have a baby. You have threatened her and her baby. You've led her down a path which puts her in danger. That's what she's feeling. Of course, what she's feeling isn't the reality, but we're built like this. It's why men say women are emotional, but actually, it makes sense why we're like this. It's a good thing that women are like this. If we were not like this, we wouldn't need men, truthfully, and the feminists would not be crazy. They'd be right. But we do need them. So
You know what's crazy is that earlier in this conversation, you had said some things in Tani about how, like, if you look back at all that, if you look at all the happy couples you know, that was how they did it. And I was thinking about it, and this has happened before. Like, I truly do not know very many genuinely happy couples. Like, it's always going to be difficult for sure. To some extent, that's just what it is. But there are so many people that are in marriages and in relationships that they just probably should have never fucking been in, and they just settled, or they thought that that was the right thing to do, or the right way to be, whatever. And it's really fucked up. And this idea of, like, settling, I know that that word can be triggering for people, because I think that when a woman says it, people just automatically think, like, oh, she thinks that she deserves all of this stuff, but the man doesn't deserve all of, like, whatever. And that's not what I mean when I say it. I think both people are settling because it was easier to just be with somebody than to wait and be alone and get your shit together and then find who you really click with or whatever.
Yeah, there's studies, so, like, it's like the settling comment is true to an extent. Like, there are certainly prerequisites that you need for a stable. We can look at this statistically. You probably need to be around the same intelligence, within, like, a standard deviation and a half of IQ. Even if you don't believe in IQ, you're retarded. I'm sorry. It's a very real thing. People marry within 1.5 standard deviations of their IQ. They marry people of similar wealth backgrounds, et cetera, because you need a partner. But we also know statistically arranged marriages actually are very successful. More successful than free roaming marriages, which shows us we're really bad at picking partners for ourselves. And when you talk about, like, unhappy marriages, maybe this is a pointer for the men. I'm not keeping track of how many, like, thumbs up I'm giving to men or women, or if I'm skewing off base here, but I would guess most of it is women ruining the relationship because the man has associated her nervous system associates him with panic, so she hates him. So she's creating chaos for the man. This also, like, will deteriorate something. So the man is, like, the first one in the wrong, actually. It's like, if you are a man and you have a relationship you care about, you should not have a woman freaking out at you. This means you're doing something wrong. The woman should be happy and, like, goofy and, like, kind of stupid. You know, like, she's, like, knitting you a thing, and she's like, look, do you like it? I made you a stupid thing that's ugly, but I want you to be proud of it, or something like that. Like, the more childlike a woman acts, probably the better the man is doing. If the woman is crying and freaking the fuck out, don't marry her. You already ruined it. You already fucked it up. Don't marry that one. Try again, and it sucks for the woman, but try again, and don't.
And try not to fuck it up this time.
Yeah, or if you're already married and she freaks out at you all the time, you probably need to go to therapy. She needs to reassociate her nervous system with you. She needs to reintroduce you to her nervous system where you don't make her feel unsafe. Women, we become psycho aggressive freaks because, again, back to why this happens, you're threatening our baby. Men need to understand that. If they have crazy girlfriends, it's because you have, in our minds, whether it's real or not, you're threatening the safety of a baby. So we're going mama bear on the man. That's really vast majority of toxic relationships. But if you're dating a woman who's had many men who have threatened her imaginary baby, this also complicates things because she may assume you're going to threaten her baby even if you haven't done anything. Which is why, again, women need to go to, we have ketamine now. We have neuroplasticity treatments. where we can change the wires in our brains. So there's really no excuse. You know, go work overtime, make the money, go rewire your brain. Don't get addicted to the substance. Just be on a program for maybe 6 months tops. I don't know. You'd have to speak to a professional psychologist. And then you get off the treatment and your brain will literally have new wiring. So...
And the prerequisite, though, like, I keep thinking about this when we're talking to any of it, really is like a foundation of mental health and physical health, right, with the hormones. Like, if you're not mentally and physically healthy, it's going to be really fucking difficult for you to have a healthy relationship, I think. So you got to work your shit out, and sometimes that takes time and effort, for sure. But I feel like if you are mentally and physically healthy, it's going to be a lot easier for you to make good decisions. And then when it comes to the arranged marriages, I was actually YouTube again. I'm obviously a YouTuber.
Anyway,
that's
one
like
other
my
thing,
fucking Netflix. But I feel like, no, I'm not a YouTuber. I love watching YouTube.
I think one of the craziest things.
I was listening to this. I think it was Jay Shetty was talking to somebody about relationships, and I can't remember who it was. But anyway,
Sorry, I was trying to
arranged marriages are much more
get some
successful,
food
and a
in.
lot of the reason
Played a
why
little
that
tennis
is
before I
because
came over here.
they have their friends and their family literally interviewing people and then picking somebody. So people with your best interest at heart are gathering information about another person and their character and the things that they have to offer, and then they're deciding for you. And that's why, like, when when you're dating somebody and all of your friends or your mom or whatever, they don't like that person. This isn't to say that there's not misunderstanding sometimes or whatever, but if the majority, like if your friends and your family all don't like the person that you're fucking with, instead of, because this has happened to me and I've thought like, oh, well, I don't know, you kind of just let that go, or you think some weird shit. But if you know that the people closest to you have your best interest at heart, and they're telling you that they don't like this person for you, you should probably really think about that, because they're picking up something that you're not seeing. And like in the relationships that like for my friends that are married and they just have toxic relationships, all of their friends and their family had told them at the beginning of their relationships before they got married, like, not this person, like this guy's a piece of shit, or this whatever, and they still married them anyway. So I think that's really interesting.
Yeah, I feel really bad for men, and I think we can see the state of men right now when people like Andrew Tate take the stage. But the thing is, like, the reason Andrew Tate has gotten so massive is because what he's saying is true to a point. Is like, it is the things he advocates are true. He's acting as a father to so many men that don't have good fathers, don't have anyone to look to of like, what does it mean to be a man? The women are telling me they want this, this, and this. They want me to be emotionally intelligent, blah, blah, blah. But it actually is wrong. So Andrew Tate and all those guys, they're right when they say women don't know what they want and women are telling you the opposite. Yeah, women don't understand themselves. Men don't understand themselves. But it also goes off. I'd say, like, we need another type of role model that's like half Andrew Tate. I'd say if you're a young man, you should listen, or you're not married or whatever, you're lonely, you should listen to Andrew Tate, everything he has to say up until the point of choosing the woman, and then trash him, throw him out. Or how to treat women, throw him out. He's wrong. He's just wrong. It's why he was embroiled in a sex scandal. Do you want to be embroiled in sex scandals? No? Then stop listening to him there. But, like, as far as, like, getting your testosterone up and all that man shit that no woman can advise any man on, because we don't know what it's like to have a dick. We don't know what it feels like. We can guess, we can empathize, but a woman can never tell you, like, how to be a man. Only a man can tell you. But then up at that point, you should listen to happily married men. Like, ask them, how do you choose? How do you know? How do you treat her? Happily married men. And I also think men fuck each other. Every time they joke that a man's a simp, they're discouraging other men from finding love. I don't know if men realize that. Like, men should be simping. Men should be...
Yeah, but wait, there's a balance there.
If you
There's
are-
a balance. No woman wants a dude all, like,
Hold on.
thirsty.
Alice, if you are... Yeah, but hold on. If
Wait,
you
what?
Are, let's say you listen to Andrew Tate up until the point of choosing the woman, right? And how to treat her. You have your empire. You're a big, strong man. You got your big muscles, what the fuck ever. You have your shit together. You start simping for a woman, that's not the same thing, dude. It's not. It is chivalry at that point. If you're,
Wait, no, I'm all about, like, the romance, and I guess explain. I'm kind of lost on, because I think there's
So
there's
then,
layers.
Tony, what's the difference between a simp? Because when men see it as like, oh, this girl is never gonna go for you, and you're over here doing all this shit, you're a doormat. So like, what's desperation?
All right, wait, hold on. Let me ask this, because I think this will resonate with a lot of people on this app, because it has to do with that. Let's say you like a girl, right? Shouldn't you, like, maybe tell her in the DMs and not be, like, all crashing out in her comments? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
No, dude, the
see?
hottest men. The man. Listen, I'm not gonna go too in detail.
No,
but
I'm
I got
curious.
a
I'm curious. I think this
marriage
could help dudes out here, right? Like, you
Men-
like that?
men- if they're not living in their mom's basement, yes, publicly simping for me when they have their shit together and they're strong, it's not the same thing. The reason you guys shit on each other for simping is because it's desperation, and you're right. It's like if you look at a woman and you're not thinking to yourself, I know I can get her. If you don't know it in your bones, you're not feeling that testosterone in your muscles and the man stuff, whatever. I don't know what that's like. But if you don't feel that, you know you can get her. Yeah, you're probably simping. But if you have your shit together and you see a girl you like and you know if you try to get her, you can get her. That is not simping. I'm sorry. That you should not be shitting on your boys for like giving a woman flowers or like telling
No,
her
no,
she's
no. I don't
beautiful.
see again. I think there's like layers here, because that's not me, right? But to me, a simp is a dude just like totally out here. Maybe even with like multiple chicks, just always in girls' comments, always in all their likes, always in all their DMs. Just almost in a like a thirsty manner, not like even a genuine vibe, right? I'm not saying don't pursue a lady and do all the romantic stuff. I think you should do that. I'm just saying, I don't know. I didn't think that you should come off like so. I don't know. This is interesting. Honestly, this is interesting. So
But there's something. Sorry. There's something attractive though. Like even if somebody is being a desperate simp, there's something attractive about somebody who doesn't give a fuck about what other people like to publicly be that way too. Like it's hot to not care about what other people think. And yeah, and there's something really insecure if a man doesn't want to do that. Like if a man is afraid to show his affection for a woman, it feels like he's just insecure and he doesn't want to be looked at as a pussy, which in turn, low-key makes him a pussy.
yeah, but what if you're like just vibing with a girl? Should you like be jumping in like that, or doesn't that throw off like a red flag? Like,
there's an art to it, and there's like, this is where it's like you gotta talk to like a happily married man, but usually the story is, yeah, he simped like fucking crazy, and then he got her, and now she simps for him. That's always how it fucking, you talk to the old couples, it's always that. She ignored him, then finally she's like, all right, we can go on a date, and then she starts smiling, and then she falls in love. It does something, you have to understand, so like, if it's desperate, again, desperation is cardinal sin of anything. It's not just relationships. In business, you're desperate trying to make a deal. You're not going to make that deal. You're going to look like a loser and like an idiot. And they're never going to want to work with you. You're desperate in anything. So if you are going to multiple different girls and like throwing yourself at them and offering everything to multiple women publicly, you're an idiot. You look bad to everyone. You look bad to the men, to the women. You're making yourself look way less desirable than, even if you have money and all this stuff, you will make yourself look ugly because it's desperate. But if you have that one girl you really like and you have no shame saying like, that's gonna be my girl, that's gonna be my wife, that's mine. No, it's hot. Assuming you have your shit together. But you have to have the self-awareness to realize, like, have you ever seen those anime drawing people where they draw, like, the ugliest, fucking dumbest shit, and they're like, I'm an artist. I made it look shitty on purpose. That's, like, my artistic decision. You see so many NFTs that are like this. It's like, all these people that claim to be artists, you didn't study art. I can look at your drawings and tell you have put no effort in the game. You don't know what you're doing. You're calling yourself an artist. You lack self-awareness. And even worse, so many other people here are just trying to, like, push them on and, like, promote them because they're also feeling insecure. So seeing someone else's shitty art makes them feel good to say this art is good because then it makes their art feel good. But the truth is, like, any external person with eyeballs can look at this art and know it's stupid. So you have to have the self-awareness to know, are you a loser? Are you a loser? It's okay if you are, then stop being a loser. You know, if you're not a loser, gunning after one woman or simping or, like, showing up with flowers and whatever, no, it's hot. It's hot to say no to a man over and over and over again, and he's still there. And if you do it the right way, this is how like, the courtship begins. He knows he wants you, and this makes your nervous system calm, makes you feel safe, makes you spread your legs eventually. It does something to women. It does. Yeah, I don't date men unless they simp, and I do think this is why I've never been hit, I've never been cheated on, I've never had, like, I've never not gotten a call back. Like, men need to show me they're a man and that they want me. I'm not gonna, why would I sign up to be abused?
And it's also about, like, an investment, right? Like, I can't remember who said this, but somebody was saying, like, men invest their time, their effort, their money into things that they care about, that they think are going to grow into something. So if a man is not willing to make an investment with his time, effort, energy, money, all of that, then that's just, he's straight up saying, like, I do not see you as a lucrative investment. And that's fucking offensive. So, fuck that.
Yeah. Men, like, of course you don't want a gold digger, but it's so interesting because the type of woman you would want to marry, or if I ever have a son, at least what I would tell him, it's something adjacent to a gold digger, but they're not the same thing. But it is interesting. They can look similar at times. You don't want a woman that's going to sleep with you with no effort. Because guess what, bud? She's going to do that for the next guy, too, while you're in a relationship with her. You want a woman that's not easy to have. It also is in your biology to want a woman that isn't easy to have. In fact, in all of the female manipulation books on how to, like, manipulate men, one of the worst things you can do to a male psychology, even if you think you're like manipulating them in a good way, is to fuck one of their friends and tell them about it before they're in love with you. This is like a natural biological turnoff.
100%. Yep.
So if he's already in love with you, he can fall more in love, but in a toxic way, and that's how you get murdered. So you should never be fucking a man's friends ever, because men will get aggressive when they go crazy. Like, a woman might key your car, but a man will key your cervix. You know, toxic men are. Yeah, I don't condone women play those types of games with men. But but it's instinctual. If a man knows that you have fucked every guy, it does something to they're not gonna fall in love with you. If they're not in love with you already, it's a deterrent. You can hurt a man and make him very obsessed with you, though, if you cheat on him. But this is not good. It doesn't end well. Because now now his nervous system is associating you with panic. And the way that men deal with a panic nervous system is very bad.
This is deep. Honestly, I hope people have learned today. It's like very fascinating for me. And cooking right now.
The craziest thing is, like, if you study the brain, all this stuff is there. But the craziest thing is, like, all the people studying the brain, like, we learn about these things, but then you'll have, like, feminist liberal professors, and it's like, professor, all this information that you just taught is counterintuitive to your feminist movement. What the fuck are you... Like, this is public knowledge. Everything I'm talking about with hormones and like vasopressin, how men and women fall in love, how this is science. This is not my opinion. It's why I'm so confident talking about this stuff too, even though none of my girlfriends have the same mindset. It's like, it's 1 + 1 = 2. It's right there. The truth is right there. And we live in a world that just denies it. We are all saying 1 + 1 = 4. And it's insane. You can have masculine men and feminine women occasionally that are naturally built to be like that. That does happen, but most of the time, what I'm talking about applies to everyone. It's like vast majority of people, even the women who think they're boss bitches, whatever, most of them need a man to stabilize them, their nervous system, and don't want to admit it. And most men use vasopressin to fall in love, etc., etc.
I think that's where, like, a lot of the tinfoil hat stuff with like, everybody or the world trying to break down the family and just, like, this value system or whatever that should be in place, like, that the world doesn't want that, or there's some type of malicious thing happening where they're trying to destroy that. I think that could be a part of it. But also, like, we've definitely let ourselves here, you know? I don't know. I think a lot of people are heartbroken, honestly, and that's a difficult, and trauma. There's a lot of trauma. There's just a lot of things that we haven't dealt with that have led to our behaviors and just how we are. And, I just think that it's crazy, though. But it's important shit. And I feel like I've been toxic before, and I've liked toxic people. And I feel like that the healthier that I've gotten, the more that I look at those people that I've dated, and I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking? You know? So I really feel like just being mentally and physically healthy is fucking step one.
Yeah, whenever, I'm not a big fan of conspiracies most of the time. I think there's a lot of, like, crazy people who love smoking pot and saying stupid things. But when you look at feminism and how much damage if you look at birth rates, okay, I believe strongly, I don't think it was women who caused this, like, feminist movement. I think what makes the most sense is, who does it benefit? It benefits our governments. We're convincing women to be men and go to work. Okay, we can lower the value of the dollar then, so that two people have to work to sustain a family. This is better to boost a country. It's greed. It's got to be greed. I don't think it was women. I think it was greed. I think it's all about money. And it's crazy because when you think about it, it's like, what do we do now? The women don't know how to be women. The men don't know how to be men. Testosterone's out of whack. Birth rates are fucking declining like crazy. No one can come together on political beliefs. Women insist that they don't need men when they do, so they're going psycho. So we have like the rates of BPD, borderline personality disorder, are skyrocketing. I don't think it's the case that most women are insane. I think it's the case that women are supposed to have men. We don't have men. So the women are crazy. So now they're getting diagnosed with BPD. But if you look at studies on BPD, borderline personality disorder, 80% of women who have a loving partner or a family that takes them through treatment, 80% of the people that go into remission, that heal their illness, never ever go into remission. I'm sorry, this is not a disorder. This is a reaction to a culture that tells women to go do OnlyFans and that money will make them happy when it won't. Children, and having a husband that loves them will make them happy. Like, this is clown world. Of course the women are going crazy. Of course they're getting diagnosed with this really, I think, stupid personality disorder is what we call it. But personality disorders don't just disappear when you find a loving husband. This is ridiculous. It's crazy. So...
Yeah, my sister, so she's 7 years younger than me, and she has a little family, and they live in a nice little remote area, and she is so happy with her life. And to me, her life looks very boring, to be honest, but I've always looked at her, even though she's younger than me, and I just felt like she was born just a lot wiser, and the life that she's chosen to live is just, it's so much just inherently smarter. But, and then thinking about like, well, why is that? I think that, I don't know, like maybe I would want that if I felt safe enough.
You wouldn't, you'd have to go, what you're talking about, this goes back to nervous system. You say it sounds boring. It would be boring to you. You would get bored. There's wiring, what it tells me or what I'd assume. I'm not saying I'm 100% correct. I could be wrong. I don't know you. But I would assume most likely answer is your nervous system has associated all of the good things in life with panic. So you look at her life and you think, this would bore me, understimulate me, and it would. So if you heal those pathways, in reality, if you look at like what women are supposed to be like, we're supposed to be surrounded by other women, sitting around like doing laundry and gossiping about the neighbors, whatever. That's what we're built to look at a flower and say it's so pretty and get so excited over a flower and take it home and make a wreath out of it, make something pretty for our children or our husband or something to make the home better. These things are designed to make us not just happy, but also excited. So if you're living your life doing like crazy things, you're associating love with panic, a career with panic. Also, like the 9 to 5, it's not built for women. We have monthly cycles. We need days off that aren't on the weekends. We need days off for our period based on our cycle. We're not built to be men. So your career life is likely not the best of what it could be. Your love life likely hasn't turned out to what you want it to be, things like this, but it has been exciting. So your body needs excitement and stimulation. But again, it's like, well, we have ketamine. And when I say that, I'm not saying go get addicted. I need to stress, but like, this is a remarkable substance. You can rewire that pathway in your brain that needs someone to explode for you to be excited, you know? And it's not to say that you've done anything wrong. I'm going through the same thing. I have to rewire so much crazy shit in my brain. You don't have to use ketamine, by the way. It's way more efficient, and I think results get people to keep at it. So if you tell someone like, it's why so many people don't work out, because you don't see the results. But with something like ketamine, it's so drastic. You know, you as long as you are working on it, and not using it as a numbing agent, because that way you will get addicted to it. But the way you're supposed to use ketamine is, let's say you're in a toxic relationship and you associate being called ugly with like what a relationship should look like, okay? The way you use ketamine, let's say your boyfriend or your wife calls you ugly and stinky every day. You do, and you cry every day when they say that. The way you use ketamine is you take it, and in the period of time right after you take it, your brain becomes plastic. And neuroplasticity, what that means is the wires in your brain, the more you do it, anything, it solidifies that pathway. So if you've ever ridden a bicycle, people always say you'll never forget how to ride a bicycle. This is true, because it is so stimulating to ride a bicycle for the first time without training wheels. It's so scary that it solidifies that pathway in your mind, just because it's so stimulating to, again, your nervous system. Same thing happens in relationships. You get cheated on, something terrible happens, it solidifies, it strengthens this pathway in your brain. When you're young, these pathways are more malleable. They can change. You can learn new languages or instruments very easy, very, very quickly. And it slows down drastically, like even after 5 years old, it starts really slowing down. So for a moment in time, you have a plastic brain again. So the next day, the next 3 days, what you do is you don't talk to the person that calls you ugly, or you let them call you ugly and you don't cry and you walk away. And you decide that you're going to do that each day instead of crying and begging them whatever you're doing in the relationship that you don't like, whatever pathway you have that is toxic. So for those 3 days, you form a habit that would take months to form otherwise. That is what ketamine does. Also works for going to the gym. Also works for like learning a language, developing healthier habits. If you do those for the next 3 to 5 days right after the treatment, you go to the gym every day, you have the same, your brain is working, you could look at it. I'm being a bit hyperbolic to explain this. Of course, it's more complicated, but I'm sort of explaining the way it works. You've essentially, you can pretend that you've built the habit of going to the gym for months. You have that same level of, I'm going to go again the next day. As long as you do it for that short period of time, it's basically like a cheat code for rewiring. Because you can work through relational trauma without medication. It's just highly unlikely that you ever successfully will, because the pathway for love is even more complex than riding a bicycle. So you can think of it like that. If riding a bicycle, you do it one time and never forget, think of relationships as even stronger than that. That is why it's so difficult to change. So you want to essentially unlearn how to ride a bicycle and then re-teach yourself. And sometimes that means needing to pay someone to tell you. Maybe you don't have parents that know. Maybe your parents don't have healthy relationships. That does not mean you are destined not to. But you do need money. So probably first step, if you don't have money, you need to go to work.
I used to do this rewiring, so like with meditation, right? But that was her whole thing, is it was neuroplasticity and meditating and going back to like your childhood and just trying to rewrite the whatever wrongs it was that you felt like happened to you or whatever. And I don't know whether it worked. Like while I was doing it, I was living with my mom at the time, and I was so fucking angry, and she was like, Sarah, whatever you're doing, I think that you should stop, because it's making you angry, but a lot of shit was just like coming to the surface. And so I feel like when I have never done ketamine therapy before, but I'm super into the idea of rewiring your brain, and if it fast tracks it, which it sounds like it does, and then under professional care, that just I'm so down to do that just in general, because who doesn't want to improve? Like, and then even if you, so like Dr. Joe Dispenza, he is, I feel like so I've never done one of his meditations. I've tried, but they're kind of difficult, they're long, and they're kind of like, they're weird to focus on, I feel. But essentially, like, his whole thing is writing the movie and the life inside of your brain to where it doesn't have a choice but to see that. And it, like, you're just like you were saying earlier, when your outer reality matches your inner reality. And so his thing is, if you play that over and over and over again every single day, eventually that will happen. But it's like, it's
Wait, eventually what will happen? Sorry.
Whatever it is that you're focusing on during that hour of meditation will eventually become a reality in your life, because it just has no choice but to manifest. And that is like a lot of the problems when you're running into them over and over, like you were saying this earlier, it's there's something going on inside of your brain to where you're finding those situations again. So I just, I'm super down with rewiring, but doing a meditation every day for an hour is difficult. And so I would be down for ketamine therapy, because I like fast tracking shit. So
yeah, and what you're talking about, so meditation does actually, we have an incredible amount of evidence to support that meditation also increases neuroplasticity, which is crazy cool. However, when you were doing this, you weren't supervised by a professional. You were trying to do it yourself.
I was doing it on my own. Yeah.
That can be really dangerous. So,
well, yeah, I mean, I lost my shit. Like, I broke down 2 doors at my mom's house. Like, I fucking, so.
Yeah, so what happens is, when you look at how the brain stores memories, every single time you open that file to remember something, you're editing it slightly. And what people who ruminate can do, and you'll see this with I know there's mostly men listening. If you ever meet those women that are like, I'm an empath, I'm very emotionally intelligent, but she's like miserable and fucking psycho. So these types of people, and especially they tend to be women, because women are emotionally intelligent. That woman probably is emotionally intelligent, but what they can do is, if you reopen that file to remember trauma, you're editing it every single time you open it regardless. Something about the memory will change every time you remember it, no matter what. This is a physical process. People need to understand, like, every thought is a combination of depolarized cells that are pushing through and connecting through dendrites and attaching to neurons. These are physical things that are happening. So every single time you open that file, it will edit. If you are someone who is, even in your own best interest, you're trying to, like, revisit trauma. If you're feeling bad, which you're probably going to, because it's a traumatic event you're revisiting, you don't have someone guiding you, you're probably rewriting that in a bad light, even if your intention is to rewrite it in a good light. So you can actually re-traumatize yourself. You can go from having I believe that PTSD goes into complex PTSD some of the time from people who do this. They're trying to heal their own trauma. In reality, it's like, I have a dream that someday, culturally, we get to the point where we treat mental illness as a physical disease, because it is. We stop all the nonsense around it, because there's so much bullshit. And when you talk about manifestation, that is a very real thing. It's a very real thing. If you are training your mind in a healthy way, you will become the person you believe you are. If you're seeing yourself as an ugly loser, you will become an ugly loser by default. So, but then I think the problem is people combine that with like some pothead that says something stupid about like doing a spell and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, listen, magic and religion may be real, but you don't go to a magician if you have cancer. You go to a doctor. So like, I think being messy with these things is too dangerous. To combine like spirituality I know so many girls who have spiritual psychosis, and it's like if your body is unwell and you start understanding that your brain is a part of your body and it's unwell, how can you be close to God? Whatever, even if you're getting spiritual, if you are sick. And again, these things, I see them as diseases. Suicidality is a disease. I believe these are pathways that need to be treated and can be treated. But if you are getting spiritual or looking to like something to heal your traumas for you, it may be the case you're getting close to the devil. Maybe the case that you're getting close to something if your body is sick. Even in the Bhagavad Gita and so many old religious texts, they talk about this. A spiritual brain, a spiritual being has a very healthy body. They talk about this in the Bhagavad Gita, that a body close to God is very thin and lean and eats well and, exercises, and you can see the health. So you can't be a fat ass eating Twinkies and even if you're Christian, I think it applies. Again, I'm not making any statement on spirituality, but I think if you're eating Twinkies, my guy, and you're praying to God to give you like $1 million in Pepe, I think you're praying to Satan. You're not living in the way that God would want, or close to God. You're not worshiping God. If you want to worship God, you need to worship yourself. I know I went on a tangent there because I just drank a ton of coffee, but yeah, what you're saying, I hear you and I empathize so much because I've done the same thing and I made myself more traumatized. At some point, there's some ego that comes into play. I think men have it worse, where it's really difficult to say, like, I'm sick and I need help. Like, I can't do this on my own. But then once you do it, man, it's like, yeah, ketamine, the only thing about ketamine I would say is I think it's very dangerous, and I think we're about to see an epidemic because they're approving ketamine for at-home use. And I just find this like deplorable because it's highly addictive. In the same way, you could have so many people that are like, I want to do ketamine, but I can't afford a psychologist. So I'm going to pay for the ketamine myself, and I'll do it myself, and I'll do it at home. I would say like 8 times out of 10, that person's going to get addicted and ruin their life. It is so difficult not to reach for a drug that will momentarily make you feel like everything's okay. And when under the right supervision, this can make you feel like everything's okay with no drug. But without supervision, it can also make you feel like the only way for things to be okay is with the drug. So I think I'm highly promoting ketamine, but I also want to say I think we're going to see an epidemic soon, very close, similar to the opioid epidemic we had a bit ago. And it's really such a fucking shame because I think like in the next few years, you're going to hear so many people saying like, man, ketamine destroyed so many lives. It's the worst drug ever. It's so sad because it's incredible. When used properly, it's incredible. I don't know what this country is fucking doing to moderate drugs. Like, this is a drug that needs to be moderated. Yeah, but if you're paying for a psychologist team that also, if you are looking for that, I have some advice for looking for a psychologist. My aunt is a world-renowned psychologist, and she gave me some pointers. Is you should have an appointment with multiple different. First, look up people that have the type of trauma that are certified in dealing with the type of trauma that you want to deal with. Never get a therapist. They have to be accredited as a psychologist and a psychiatrist because they're prescribing you ketamine and working with the ketamine. Then you go and talk to them. You want to look for someone that you feel just right off the bat that you feel you can trust. And then the most important thing that she told me that I didn't know before she told me this, there are so many scammy psychologists in America. From what she told me, even with the most severe traumas, you should not be permanently going to that person for the rest of your month. They should tell you in the first meeting that you're on a program, and this is the length of the program, depending on what your issue is. Maybe it's 8 months. If they're not spelling all of this out for you and they're just saying, yeah, keep coming by, they're not going to help you. They're not motivated to help you. You need to be on a program that has you set to be healthy, as in you need to go into the psychologist and say, I have panic attacks every time I go on a date. I can't hold a stable relationship, or something serious that you have not been able to fix, and say, I want that eliminated. I want it gone. I want the panic attacks gone. How soon can we have this done by? That should be how you go into it. You wouldn't want to go see a doctor over and over again if your leg is getting worse. This is retarded. So, but there are good psychologists out there. But yes, it's most likely if you're seeing a psychologist and you're not on a program that has an end date. If anyone's listening, you should get a new one. That person does not have your best interest in mind. This is not ethical. And I'm not sure why so many people in America have gotten away with this. But you should always be on a program with an intention and a goal. Sorry for rambling, but I think it's important, man. There's so many people that are traumatized and don't even know it. They don't know it.
Yeah, no, it's super important. I think most of us are traumatized, honestly. Like, whether you actually went through something dramatic or not is relative. Like, for you and your brain, you probably went through some traumatic ass shit, like, regardless of whether it would be considered traumatic to somebody else or not. So we've all got shit to work through.
Yeah, I really feel for the men, though, because, like, with women, we're used to exploring ourselves and being open to ideas. And, like, if you look at what is required of the masculine, it's way more difficult to convince a man, like, hey, you need help. Like, if we feel it as women, you must have felt it. If you were trying to fix it on your own, I felt it. If we have that impulse of, like, that's embarrassing, imagine what the men...
Yeah, but as dudes, I think what brings me peace and what I need is like projects. I need things I need to go do. I'm in the garage. I'm out. Or I'm doing dad things. I need to plan things. Like I need to be building things. Like, or I feel like I start to like lose purpose and stuff. So I think as men, we just need to be men, right? And I think a lot of dudes too, depressed, probably don't work out. They're not really moving around. Like, we weren't put on this planet to sit at a desk or a computer. Or, like, even on this show, I've been doing everything. Laundry, everything. While you ladies have been crushing it. But we need purpose out here. You need to hunt and gather, whatever that may be. And I think when dudes stop doing that, like, you lose the plot. And you kind of lose your purpose, right? And it's like an inward, like, implosion. So I'm always, like, doing man shit. For real.
Yeah. Let me know if I know I have ADHD and I'm drinking tons of coffee and whatever. So tell me to shut the fuck up if I'm boring. But this is crazy that no one knows about this, but it's common knowledge. If you, again, I have a degree in neuroscience, so I just know all these things because I studied it, and it's not hocus pocus. It's like we have always known this. There is this idea that so many people have clinical depression, right? Like people love saying chemical imbalance. I have a chemical imbalance. It's like, well, okay, first of all, it's an electrochemical imbalance, and yes, you do, but that is not the cause. When people say, I have major depressive disorder, there's nothing I can do about it, it's my brain. Bitch, there is no way and this is how bad psychiatry has gotten at least in America. I don't know if it's in other first world countries. I'm not sure how bad it is. But if you come to me and I'm a psychiatrist and you say, I'm very depressed, my questions right off the bat should not be, do you have manic episodes? Or it can be, do you have manic episodes? Do you have thoughts of killing yourself? Do you have this, that, whatever? Where are you? But then it should be, what are you eating in the day? What do you eat on a day-to-day basis? Are you hydrated? Do you clean your house? Is a huge one no one talks about. Do you make your bed in the morning and clean your room? Do you have a clean house and a clean room? Are you exercising, getting your heart rate up to 20 minutes elevated heart rate at least once a day? Are you socializing? Do you have friends and family that are supportive of you and love you? Are you going to sleep and getting at least 2 REM cycles of sleep on a scheduled daily basis? Unless you can say yes to every single one of those things and you're still depressed, that is the only way that we can start talking about diagnosing you. Okay? The fact that we don't do that is fucking insane. You do have a chemical imbalance if you are an electrochemical imbalance if you're depressed, but it's probably not the cause. If you look at people with cerebral palsy, for example, how many people in here know someone with cerebral palsy? Probably not many, if any. How many people do you know have been diagnosed bipolar? Probably a couple fucking people. Yeah, bipolar is a neurodegenerative dopaminergic disorder. This is not a common thing. Why does everyone have fucking neurodegenerative dopaminergic fuck all disorder? Again, these things are disease. These things are like cerebral palsy. We should not have a cousin and an uncle and a friend and a blah, blah, blah that are bipolar. They're not. They're not. Bipolar is way overdiagnosed. There's so many diagnoses. BPD is another huge one. So many people have been diagnosed with shit that could have been fixed in their diet, in their sleep, in how often they're socializing, in their hydration, and yes, cleaning your fucking room. Are you cleaning your room, taking a shower, brushing your teeth every day? If you live in a disordered household, your brain is picking up stress because, again, we're animals. And if you have a messy surrounding, snakes can hide in there. So you have a messy home, your brain, even if you're not conscious of it, is constantly on alert of all the places that snakes and spiders and things that could kill you could be hiding under that pile of clothes. You're stressing your system out. So all these people are like, I have manic episodes. It's like, you didn't sleep for 3 days and did Adderall, my guy. What are you talking about being bipolar? You can't do that. You need to go to sleep every single day at the same time and match your circadian rhythm. And the scary thing about this is like your day-to-day routine, the boring habits that they give you a pill for and tell you have a diagnosis. I'm not saying diagnoses don't exist. There are people that are schizophrenic and bipolar and all these things, but you can see it in the brain if they are. You can see the difference. It's just very expensive, so we can't hook you up to biological metrics every time we want to diagnose you, so we have to go off of your behavior. You can have the behavior of a schizophrenic person, and it could be something we call transient psychosis. You could be going through a time in your life that is stressful and disordered, and you are reacting to that stress. There's no way for someone looking at your behaviors to know if you have a disorder unless you are doing all of these boring things. Again, I don't know if I'm boring people, but this is stuff that I think should be taught in high school. The whole time I was in university, I was thinking, why was this not taught to everyone? Because everyone needs to know these things, and no one fucking does.
You know who I really wanted to go and see, like, for the longest time? Is Dr. Daniel Amen. He does these brain scans, and he's helped a lot of people in court and stuff because like a lot of I don't know, just criminals who've committed violent crimes or whatever, and just shown like that there's something going on in their brain and it needs to be treated, you know? And so, and he does like a lot of the football players because when they like that, what is it called? CT, right? Or something like that when they get hit in the head and shit, which is like a huge issue. Like I wouldn't want my kid to play football because that just seems terrible for their body, and their brain. But yeah, so I really want to go and see that guy just because I want to make sure that whatever, I don't know. I just think it's really interesting. You can be born away. You can do a lot of damage throughout your life doing different shit. So I think that's really interesting. But yeah, I do think it's expensive. And that is more reason why you need money. So
yeah, we knew this a long time ago. There was a very famous, so I don't know who that person is, but when you're talking about like athletes getting concussions, I'm thinking lesions in the prefrontal. So if you get lesions in your prefrontal, these people will get violent. They'll start punching, even if it's out of character. They'll commit crimes that are violent, and it can look very similar to, I don't know, being a sociopath, being bipolar. Okay, it can look the same, but very fucking different. A lesion is like a part of your brain that's gone inactive for some reason. Sometimes you can literally have holes in the brain in certain areas. Holes. There was a very famous study done a long time ago. I can't remember the specifics, but it was this little boy who sort of like opened our eyes to prefrontal lesions looking like other disorders. And this little boy was very violent, and I think they called him autistic. They called him this, that, what, the other. Finally, the parents took him to a neuroscientist and found holes in his prefrontal cortex. Okay, so again, it is ridiculous to have. Psychology has a place in treatment methods, but it makes me angry that psychologists are diagnosing people with disorders. They're diagnosing an organ they never look at. This makes me furious. I understand why it's there. It's there because if you're going to a neuroscientist that's going to look at your brain, it's going to be more expensive. So we live in a capitalist society. We can't afford to do that for everyone that has weird behaviors. We can't. People can't afford that. But it's atrocious that psychologists will act. They will act even though they know. They will act as if they're good at their job or they're guiding you on the right path, but they already know they had to go to school for this. They know that they're diagnosing you based on behaviors. You can't diagnose someone properly based on behaviors. You can have the same exact behavior between like an autistic person and a person with holes in their brain. Okay? They can look externally like the same thing, but they're very different ways to treat them, aren't they? There's very different ways that you treat an autistic person having a meltdown to someone that has holes in their brain. So it's dangerous, it's lazy, it's misguided, and I know that, I think what frustrates me is that people don't know. People think, again, that a therapist is a psychologist. A therapist is even worse. They didn't even go to school. They got some stupid certificate. You're going and telling your problems to someone that has no idea how to help you if you're seeing a therapist. Now, psychology is useful for CBT, for treatment methods once you have been diagnosed. That's when you go to a psychologist to treat the thing you've been diagnosed with. But you can't, if you know what's free is cleaning your room and eating well. You don't need to go to a neuroscientist. You can eat well, clean your room, go to sleep on time. Start going to sleep on time. If you have a fucked circadian rhythm, this introduces diseases like autoimmune diseases, way shorter lifespan, chronic stress, imbalance of cortisol, which is the stress hormone, which will age you. It will make your skin older. Your body has a biological age that may be older or younger than your actual age. I don't know if you guys know this.
I want to get that tested too. I just want to see.
Yeah, that Brian Johnson guy is like showing us, like, we've watched him de-age himself, but it's true.
God, his life is so fucking crazy though. Like, I would never want to go that far. He's so extreme. But yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, but like, yeah, these things, the boring things, the cleaning your room, the eating right, not going to McDonald's.
Yeah, but wait, that dude's getting transfusions from his blood and putting like ball sack serum on his eyes at night. And
Yeah, but it's working, you know?
is it though? He doesn't look that much younger than he is.
Have you seen the pictures of him
Yes.
before he started doing this?
Oh no, I haven't. But again, now let's talk about him now. Let's talk about him now. He doesn't look like crazy young.
So let me show you the pictures before he started.
All right. I mean, we could do it before and after. That's fair.
He's starting to look like an elf god.
He does look like an elf. That's so funny.
See, is that the thing?
But he.
I feel like women want like Conan. They don't want the elf dude, right?
I could never date him. Like, his life, he's so crazy about all of it. And but it's cool because you pick up things, you know, like nutrition. I think a lot of people think that, oh, well, I will just eat my nutrition. It's fucking impossible. Like, if you want to get, like, he went from, I think he took like just a crazy amount of supplements. I want to say like 80 pills a day or something like that at one point, just to get the supplementation that he knows would optimize his body. It's you have to fucking supplement. So it is what it is. And like, okay, noted. You know what I mean? So like, he's doing, and then one thing that he says too is he knows that his sleep, basically it all starts with sleep. And so he prioritizes his sleep like crazy. And there's tricks and stuff that he does with that. So his whole process is cool to learn things and to take notes on or whatever. But I could never, that could not be my entire personality. I don't feel like life would be worth living that way. But he does have some good shit. And then really quick, like when it comes to the brain stuff, I noticed, like, I feel like it would help so much with trading. Like my impulse control, I've seen it get in it's fucked me up before, right? Like you FOMO or you buy a big ass green candle, whatever. That's poor impulse control. And it's like, holy shit, like if you have a really healthy brain, you will be a better trader. You'll make more sound decisions. And so this I've gotten much better. Like I rarely FOMO, and like that was just like a learning curve. But just the fact how long it took me, like, and how much bullshit and money like I had to spend to get a little bit more impulse control was actually crazy. And it was interesting to me. Like I was like, holy shit, do I have some type of neurological issue? Like, is my prefrontal cortex okay? Because why the fuck do I keep doing this? You know?
Trading will expose everything that you think you got a grip on, right? I think that's one of the most beautiful things about trading is like, you know, coming into this, even if you're a gym bro and you're like, bro, I'm mentally stable, bro. Lose $5,000, lose $10,000, lose how much ever fucking hurts your feelings, and then tell me how fucking mentally stable you are. So,
well, are you a gym bro? Are you natty?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I guess that applies to you. But if you are taking steroids, these men are not mentally stable. They think they are, but they're not. The steroids also ages your face, so your body will look great, but you'll look very old.
Well, I will say this. I wanted to build on what Sarah said. That's why I had my hand up, and before we get off somewhere else, I wanted to double back on the sleep for men, right? So sleep, a proper regimen is like very important for a men's testosterone, okay? And you guys need to be prioritizing that stuff because it will boost your energy levels, you know, kind of stay away from alcohol and drugs too, you know? Like I feel like that's a facade, right? That's the easy way out. And I don't suggest the easy way out to any man, right? Because I feel like the hardest path is the life that, you know, you have envisioned, but you don't realize how much work is that comes with going down that path. But sleep, gym, focusing on yourself, you will attract the right woman, right? Because, you know, the more that you are secure and stable in yourself, you know, a woman will see that and fall for that, right? And I don't mean fall for it in like a tricked way, but like in a way that's like, you know, I see this guy. I see what he's doing. You know, he's a
It's attractive.
yeah, 100%, you know. And you better do your due diligence, right? If you are an attractive man, right? Because some of these women aren't always the best option, you know. And it goes both ways, right? So we got to really be doing the self reflecting, right? To see where we are, to see what we really want, and then also plan that out, right? Like write down these steps and say, I want this, this, and this. And then what does it take to get that, right? Whether it's a female, a good trade, or whatever, right? And then you start taking action on those steps. And then you can always go back to the drawing board and see what worked, what didn't work, right? And we build on the things that work. We let go of the things that didn't work, and we move forward. I believe in everyone here, man. I truly do. I want to see everybody here fucking win in life, right? But you have to be realistic with yourself first and say, how hard am I working? And really take that deep look in the mirror, man. But I believe in everyone here, man. I love everyone here. I'm glad that we're all like growing this relationship because like I've been looking for like some real people on X to like fuck with. And I'm glad I found you guys because it's been really fun showing up and talking with you guys and growing with you guys on the daily basis.
Look at my life.
Because
I have a car.
we're here to win, you know, and help people not only in crypto but just in life. So blessings and love, man.
Yeah, I really think that what Andrew Tate says about like going to the gym, what all these men say about going to the gym is way more, because I kind of shrug it off because I'm a woman. But when you look at like men and the psychology of men, going to the gym, men need to destroy things. They need to destroy things, and if they're not destroying the world around them to create something new, they destroy themselves. So when you look at like what the gym, what it does, you're lifting weights, right? I make fun of this. I always say men love lifting things and putting them back down again because it's a silly thing. But if you look at what's happening, they're destroying their muscles so they can build more. They're learning, you're teaching your brain to keep pushing through pain, which is so much of how testosterone builds. Yes. And when I look at the men around me, there's so many men saying it's so hard for men these days. It's so hard for men these days, blah, blah, blah. I'm beaten down. It's like, dude, you're supposed to get beaten down and you're supposed to get back up. That's what being a man is. You get beat and you stand up and you break, your muscles get torn and you grow bigger ones. It's the plight of manhood. It's what gives you testosterone. It's what gives you this drive and this
Wait,
health.
that's what I said like 20 minutes ago, Zintani. Said you gotta do man. Let the man, men are talking right now. Let me mansplain, dude. I got this. This is out. Cool, calm, and collected. Men are doing manly shit out here, bruh. The real ones. We're not doing all this crazy things you're talking about. We're doing manly things while that's happening, okay? Just seek out these men out here. They're usually loners. They're quiet, rich. Maybe they hold spaces all the time. I don't know. Seek these men out, right? Stop messing around with these morons, these nerds, these wannabes, right? Just mess with the real ones out here. That's what I would say. You don't need meds, right? You just need a dude doing manly shit, right? Just admit it. Zintani, you want that. You want like a lumberjack dude, kick your door and Zintani, we're going to dinner tonight, has a dress already in the bag. Put this on, he knows your size. And then boom, you're out dinner, he's ordering for you, but he knows exactly what you want because he listens, right? Boom. That's what you want. You want the manly bro who just takes action out here, not wondering what to do, DMing his friends like some nerd, right? Stop trying to fix these guys and just go for the real ones and don't look back. It's just that simple, right? Don't have to spell it out. This is crazy. This is crazy. I just blew Zintani's mind. She just talked for 3 hours, right? And just dropped knowledge, and I just said that. I said, hey, men are talking right now. Shh, I got this. And then I was confident, strong. Yeah, my voice was calm. And I just spit it like that, and all the problems went away. All the talk about medicines and weird veterinarian drugs went away, dude. And she was like, this motherfucker's cooking right now. And that's what men do. We got this, okay? Let us lead out here. Just let it happen. Don't fight it. Right? The real ones are gonna be out here. You just gotta look like Batman in the pouring rain on a ledge. Just waiting for my Catwoman or some shit. No freaky. It's very simple, man. That's all dudes want. We want you in the superhero suit doing flips with your whip while we're fighting crime. Then we go back to the Batcave and things get crazy, right? It's no deeper than that. Stop making it anything else, bro. We want a loyal woman who just looks up to us and just holds us down, dude. Is our rock. That's it, man. Our anchor. And then we'll just go out here and do mad shit for you. Man shit, bringing home the bacon, cooking it for you, making you a bath with your candles, and getting you a book that you love, or letting you go on your girls' nights, and we're just home picking up the house, just waiting for you to come home and do freaky ass shit. Right? Guys, you shouldn't care if your girl goes out. You should just care if she comes back to you. Send them out, dude. It resets them. They see all the morons out here, and they're like, oh my God, thank God I have this guy. Then they come home and do freaky ass shit. Or maybe she doesn't come home and her phone dies and I can't help you, bro. Maybe leave her, bro. Zintani, what do you think about what I just said? I blew your fucking mind, didn't I?
You blew my mind with the Interstellar soundtrack in the background. Is powerful.
It is. But what I said, what...
Made me realize.
Shit is timeless.
Hold on, I want to hear from the ladies today, man.
Alchemist, I just wanted to say I'm sorry. I rant. I can go on a rant for hours. You should see me. It's worse when I'm drunk. If it's about brains or whales, actually, I have a whale rant, which I can go on for 10 hours.
Gotcha.
But, yeah, I've been talking nonstop. My bad.
No, you're killing it.
You should see me if I'm, like, at an event. I'll be so quiet until someone says, like, neurobiology. And I stand up and I lecture everyone there.
Okay, what we've learned is she's... Wait, hold on. What we've learned is she absorbed nothing profound that I just shared.
Yeah.
I thought I...
You said man do man stuff, you're right.
No. You totally didn't listen to a thing that I said.
The muscles... I can hear the muscles in your voice and I submit to it immediately.
No, it's not like that. I'm trying to help you.
Oh.
Trying to help you.
Help me with what?
Clearly, you're in romantic turmoil.
I know. I know. Wait, none of the stuff I talked about was
Sure.
romantic turmoil stuff.
Sure it wasn't.
It wasn't.
I can tell your love life is in flames.
I know. But you can tell that from me mentioning men like every day.
Yeah, I know. I'm worried about you. I want to see you with a solid dude. Holding you down.
I think some of it's me though, you know. I need to stop being bitter and upset. I'm actually working on it. I'm not gonna find
So
a
you
man
admit
until
the
I stop
problem-
mentioning men every day.
You admit the problem is you.
Partially.
Oh.
I think that what I'm going through is, I think the bitterness and turmoil is from bad men, so I think that was their fault. But I think it's my job to.
See what she did there, guys?
Huh?
She just put that all on us.
What? No, hold on. I've been good though. That's the thing is I've been good in my life. But yeah, I've got bitterness from being innocent, which I don't think women should experience. I think if a woman is naive and innocent, she should not be. Wouldn't you agree with that? The men were the ones who fucked up there.
I mean, sure.
Yeah, I shouldn't be thinking thoughts like men are only good for their money or like thinking these toxic. It's basically the like fresh and fit. It's like the angry men version, but for women. When I say like fuck men, I just want the money. These are like toxic, stupid thoughts. I need to get rid of. Yeah, I'll acknowledge it, but I'm aware of it. I've been aware of it. I'm working on it.
Respect, Zentani, respect. Self-awareness is so respectable.
No, I know that the thoughts I'm having and the way I talk probably repels good men. But that's due to an experience I had a bit ago, which was really fucking god-awful. So...
But you
yeah,
go
I'm
for the,
working on
what do
it.
you go for the bad boy or something?
No. He, well, something that can happen with men is they can be the good guy, but then if you're too good of a girl, they, I think, can get bored and start being crazy, or no, I never go for the bad boy. I don't like the bad boy. I went for a good boy, and he became bad. After a long time, he just went very, very bad. And that made me very upset because I've been very careful not to get involved with men that could traumatize me because I want to be a mom. And I think that if a man is treating me poorly and I'm doing everything that I can to like protect my own brain, I think that what he did to me, unless I find a way to delete that trauma from my own brain, this is affecting my future husband. This is affecting my children. So I'm furious at this man. Does that make sense? Like, it's not even about me. It's like, how dare you? Like, I want babies, you know? I want babies. I don't want to traumatize babies. So... yeah.
You know, I talked to an astrologer once, and we were talking about my birth chart, and she looked at my mom's birth chart as well. And she could just see some stuff, and she was like, is your family a little crazy? And I just